IBJs, crystal flash clips, ice clips, and snail clips are always fun to see, and we are off. And it looks like we got a Samus, a Hyper Metroid Samus, and an X-Man. Wow. Mega Man X. That's what I meant to say.
You know, don't give them ideas, because I'm sure they'll sprite an X-Man if they really want.
Cyclops or something? I don't know. Alright, we make our way to Link to the Past. First, for everybody, the hammer!
Well...
Well, looks like we're going to be waiting for that one for a little bit.
Yep, and that basically says, hey, you need to see a mirror and a pair of flippers and clearly a moon pearl. Ooh, 2 crystal light world with a red pendant on Hera.
Is that a vanilla pendant?
I think it is, actually.
I know it's the pendant of power, but I can't remember if it's red or blue.
I thought I remembered it reading somewhere that the pendants were switched between the Japan and US releases. I could be wrong.
Possible. Now, water in our first ether coin right off the bat, so that's probably one we're not going to need, or it's going to give us the keys to Pendant Turtle Rock.
You are so quick to say Pendant Turtle Rock, aren't you?
I mean, it's just, We
haven't seen an ice rod yet.
We get a bomb tree pull from a tier 3 from Leno. That's great. Bombs are always nice to find for free. And just a heart piece I was going to say a vanilla heart piece, but no, it's not a vanilla heart piece.
Alright, we are going to get some synchronization happening here, so you'll see our runner streams freeze for just a moment.
And it looks like Bressingham's going to go straight for a Houlihan glitch, which he's going to displace his sprite by a certain amount of pixels and drop down a hole, and the game's going to be like, I don't know where to put you. So I'm going to put you in this failsafe room that the developers kindly put in here, and it gives you 225 rupees for free, and then spits you out back at your house. Ooh, bush crabs are bombs too. Heck yeah.
Gonna have plenty of bombs for cleaning up those first sphere checks here, starting up with Kakariko and eventually blowing up a couple of walls for Mini Moldorm Cave, Ice Rod Cave, and Agina if we opt to go down that way.
There is just an energy tank on Lumberjack Ledge, so we won't be killing Aghanim for that.
Hopefully we won't be beating Aghanim 1 at all.
One never knows. And hard logic's probably less likely to see in Agassiz as normal logic is, because there's more things you can do. You can do more with less, as it were.
Bressingham playing in those 50-50 bomb bushes, and he does get 2 payouts, so he'll go straight to the south side of Kakariko.
Yeah, he won a jackpot today. Yeah, he should go play the lottery. I did not see what was on the ledge.
Well, apparently it was something worth going for, because he's going for it.
I was looking at Leno's screen, actually, at the time. The space jump boots.
Chat saying space jump.
Oh, well, that's kind of a big deal. Early space jump, I mean, that breaks the game for movement tech, really. You can do whatever you want with space jump. It's my favorite upgrade in the game, personally. I know I know lots of people love that upgrade. When it functions properly. When it doesn't function properly, you want to break it over your knee. Boots! Boots and Blinds Hut! We're going fast already, boys and girls.
We got boots and a ring of fire. We got space jump. We're going fast. We're going high. We're going everywhere. Let's see what else this has got for us here. Just a missile.
Oh my gosh. So having the boots opens up a couple more checks, including the library ledge, which I'm sure Bressingham saw or checked, but I didn't see. energy tank in the back of the tavern. We've already got 2 out of 3 coins. I bet both of the medallion dungeons are pendants now.
Yeah, we're just waiting to see whether or not the well has... Oh, my goodness. The well has a moon pearl.
Stackerico, here we come.
That's spooky.
And what in the chicken hut? Just some missiles. Bonk rocks. What do we got for bonk rocks? Will it be a glove? Nope. Grapple beam. Yeah. I believe that gives us early access. Well, we already have space jump, so that gives us access to whatever space jump does. Our tracker Iris pointing out that she's clicking too many buttons, and the tracker's like, no.
I'm still waiting to see what was on that library because I missed it the first time as well.
Somebody in chat said it might be a cane.
Well, Leno's going to give us a look.
It is.
It is, in fact, the cane. We have an early cane, boot, space jump, grapple, 2 coins, and a moon pearl. Oh, boy, this has got a lot of movement talking right out the gate.
Got a lot of things pointing you to certain dungeons, too. Now, if we find... Obviously, we're going to need the flippers in the mirror before we go anywhere else, because the hammer blocks us like half of our Dark World access right there. So unless we find both gloves really quick, we're going to be waiting a while. Which I'm thinking probably both gloves, or at least one glove, is going to be in Super Metroid.
Alright, let's see where Lenifus takes this. He's the first person to leave Kakariko Village, and I'd imagine he just goes for South Shore here.
I mean, that's the next logical check, or sphere in your checks. You do your dam, your mini Moldorm, and your Ice Rod Cave, and then maybe come back and check what's his name over in the Fart Cave, Agina. I wonder how many bonks we're going to have this game.
I guess it'd be plenty. There's your first glove.
Yeah. I could be wrong. And it could get a second glove in Sahasrara's closet, and there's our Dark World access at 10 minutes in. That'd be insanity.
Give it time. He's got plenty of time to be rude.
Lenofus is making his way over to the mini Moldworm Cave. He's got Red Cane, full magic, bombs. I mean, he's got this easy.
Red Cane actually a really fun strat for doing mini Moldorm Cave, I think. If you're not great with your bomb shots. Unfortunately, that Moldorm edge guarding him like crazy.
Yeah, they like to do that. They just sit on top of your head, and you can't press Y while you're in a doorway. So you have to kind of be able to step out of it. And if he's sitting on your head like that, you can't get out. And being on 1 heart, he doesn't want to die here because coming back kind of sucks. Half magic already?
Well, the half magic's nice, but there's nothing else in there, really.
That half magic gives us a really easy escape now.
Oh yeah, Cane half magic is crazy good.
Plus it gives us Icebreaker. And dive
Does
down.
indeed. All those fun things you can do with the Red Cane.
The Red Cane
Let's
is
keep an eye
basically game breaking. We have people saying they want to see Morph Ball on Vitreous. That's just mean. Oh, Dodgeball! Leno.
And the Sand Crab claims another victim.
Those crabs do a disproportionate amount of damage
That's a
to their
two-heart
actual
pinch.
lethality. It's just like I think maybe the Japanese had something against crabs, because the crabs in Super Metroid do like 2 8 energy tanks worth of damage. These ones do 2 hearts. Like, were they scared of them? Are they sacred? Like, what's going on here? They're mean.
See, what you're supposed to do is attack its weak point for massive damage. Oh wait, that's a dead meme.
And it looks like we're gonna get a water walk from Ace Zero. Yep, there he goes. Off he runs. He's gonna run over to... Where's he going? He is going up to Waterfall Ferry.
Yeah, with the Moon Pearl, the game's gonna look for it and go, okay, you can come in, but you have to walk out first.
Not on a water walk, you don't.
That's true. On a fake flipper, that's how it works.
Nice bomb strats from Bressingham for the mini Moldworms. And this is just going to be a scout of what's on the Zora ledge, which is just 5 missiles. Now that leads me to believe that we should probably go head over to Eastern Palace area or do the escape. One of the two.
Well, Nito's going straight to the back of escape here.
It's not a bad plan. Doing the front or the back first doesn't really matter as long as you get it done.
This could have our key, too, letting us know what's in front. Hey, look at that! Alright, we got 2 blue items in the back of escape. One of them we want to see, the other one maybe not.
I'm calling it already. It is gonna be a pendant turtle rock. All we need now is the flippers, mirror, and mitts, and fire rod. And we can clear it.
And
probably. Hammer. Well, if you get the flippers in the mirror, you get the hammer. Obviously.
Now Nito's doing the other setup for Houlihan.
And he successfully gets it.
He will have Zora money here in just a moment. Yes, and our chat pointing out no key, no map. So those items are somewhere either in the front or in Dark Cross. I mean, you have to turn on your flute right away here, right?
And Bressingham's farming rupees the hard way. I don't blame him. And Lenofis is gunning over to the desert. What's on the desert ledge? Oop, hey, there's a cactus there. Get your 07s in the chat.
Alrighty, folks, with that familiar tune, we have Nitorific has Can Fly now in both games. He's able to bounce around off that flute anywhere he so pleases with one of 8 different locations at his disposal.
Let's go into Death Mountain first. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Go to the front of Escape first.
We see A0's going to check the desert and Agina's cave first.
Bressingham checked the man under the bridge. I did not see what he got. We have seen an uncle check. Uncle had nothing for us. And luckily, the Ice Rod does one-shot KO damage to guards with keys. Or maybe it's just blue guards in general. I don't know.
Pretty sure it's just the blue guards, because the green guards you free solid.
And there's Ace0 taking our first trip up Death Mountain. Out of logic, gonna rescue the old man. It's pretty easy to do in the dark. It's easier with a sword, but it's doable. Although you do have a cane, I suppose you could use that as well. Silver arrows! Well, we got the Ganon killers.
And that's actually pretty wise by Nito, seeing that he's only got 2 checks left and we still hadn't seen a map or a key. He bounces out.
Good call on his part. That's good keeping track of items like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Scamfish strikes again, and Bressingham's going to find himself short 500 rupees.
That's no surprise there.
No, not really.
Zora has a very, very bad habit of doing that to every runner. He's got nothing until the time you don't check him, and then he's got something important. But so far, we still have no progression in Super Metroid, so we still need something like a Morph Ball, or Speed Booster, or Screw Attack to be able to do anything.
Alright, Ace is going to go have a look up the mountain, I would imagine.
He may even check what's in the high jump area on his way back down, possibly. Because Morph Ball can be in there. Just missiles on top of Spec Rock.
Well, that is not Morph Ball, but we'll still like to see more of those.
Yeah, up until about 15 or so, and then they become less and less important. Although it is hard mode, so having more is better because that's more Crystal Flash ammo. And what do we have in high jump? The other glove. I said one of them was going to be in Super Metroid.
You sure did, and
that's
you weren't
Dark
wrong.
World access right there.
You're about 7 minutes off, though. And Myers, hi there.
Yes.
In chat, you know, now we have potentially everything to do Misery Meyer early here, except a lamp.
Except a lamp and something to kill Vitreous with.
Just throw sticks at him. We see Myers a 5-6, Swamps are other 5-6, Pendants on Pod, and you called it, Semper.
I called it. You also need a sword to get inside.
That is true.
But there could be a sword right here. Is the key under the mat? It's Quake Medallion. It's the one medallion we don't have.
It won't matter.
Of course! Now, imagine being a sword and a Quake Medallion in Meyer Shed. That would be hilarious. That's
or
definitely not it,
imagine
though.
it being a gravity suit.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, no suitless Meridia for us today.
That's good. I don't like Suitless Meridia. That's the most boring part of Hard Logic, is that stuff is just so slow. He's gonna go inside Super Metroid and check what's on the Screw Attack pedestal. I don't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't have Morph Ball. He can't...
You can't even look at it.
He can't do that.
No Screw Attack, no Morph Ball for bombs. You can stand there and melt for a little while.
Oh, Bressingham have missed the quick kill on the little Gamer or whatever the heck that thing's called. Nova? Nova, maybe? I don't know.
People call them Novas. The game calls them Sovas. I just call them the little fire dudes. Yeah, unfortunately for Bressingham, he can sit there for about 20 seconds or so for him to loop back around.
Luckily, he does, because sometimes enemies don't like to move while they're off screen for some rooms, and this room is one of those where it's an exception. And here we go with Ace Zero making his way into the Village of Outcast. Probably. Nope, he's going to go check Skullwoods first. We can only check the front, and because we don't have Fire Rod, and we also can't even get, even if we did have the Fire Rod, we can't get to Mothula because we don't have a sword.
You have Eastern. You got Eastern, you got Skullwoods, got a second Eastern, and where is Bressingham going?
He's going to back to Meyer. Or going to Meyer?
He's gonna have that info. Yeah, that's his first trip into the Meyer area, so that's his first look into the Dark World.
Get an early big key in the Skull Woods.
If you're a Link to the Past fan, you know what this is already. This is inverted. You're talking about starting the game in the Dark World with literally nothing to work with but these couple dungeons in the Village of Outcasts. That's what this feels like right now.
That's a fairly accurate statement. Well, there's
5
one
hearts said it
item.
before.
So we've got one item in the front of Skull Woods so far. Maybe the second item will be there, and we can just come back later and just kill Mothula, but who knows?
And that's a spring ball in King's Tomb.
Wow. That could be required, because spring ball jumps are a thing.
Unfortunately, we appear to be out of real estate in Skull Woods. The SW has always threw me off.
Yeah, it is a little bit, makes you think swamp, it really does.
First time I've ever done that on mic, actually.
If you think of Swamp Palace as Shrek's Palace, it helps me remember that better. Because, you know, Shrek wants you to stay out of his swamp. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Shaking my head just a little bit here.
It happens a lot.
We're all crazy, don't worry about it.
Yep, and, Lenifus has got to be careful here. He's got a quarter of a heart or half a heart left, and he's got to kill 3 enemies with just a cane. And the green Igors they have a lot of health, surprisingly.
Not only does he have to kill these enemies to get the little bubble barrier off of the switch here, he doesn't exactly have much by way of magic to work with here.
Oh, he got him.
And that just leaves the Stalfos, and we're good.
Oh, what a
It's a
lucky fairy.
Bailed out.
For a vanilla big key. So now you get to go open the big key chest, or the big chest.
And now Thieves Town, and the last time I saw Thieves Town, it was loaded. So let's see what this has for us.
It's not a pendant Thieves Town, it's not loaded.
Well, yeah, well, this isn't cross keys either, so you know.
That's fair. We got a guarantee, or our big key guaranteed in the first 4. Because without it, we can't go forward. Bonk.
That's 2 items in the front and nothing doing. Got bombs and 20 rupees. And 50 rupees.
That's...
And, you know, this is going to be just a pain of a boss fight to kill Blind with nothing but a cane.
That's a depressing... He's not staying. He's going to leave and go somewhere else and come back later. Thieves Town is filled with garbage.
Had to be me. I cursed it.
I mean, to be fair, Thieves Town you would think would be full of rupees because they're thieves. And now we're going to go see Dig Game and we're going to rescue Jeremiah the Bullfrog. And probably see Hype Cave and Stumpy on the way to rescuing the Bullfrog.
Yeah, that's a question. Where did we see that blue mail picked up? Was it test game?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even notice it till just now. Maybe our tracker, maybe Iris knows. Although it's one of those things you don't track, so maybe not. I don't know.
You might remember it if you see it. I'm sure we'll see it again soon.
Yeah, it's got to be in Village of Outcast. It wasn't the first item in Thieves Town, was it?
First item these down was just a bundle of blueberries.
Wow, thanks for the bloopy, Stumpy. You're a big help. Somebody in chat saying that the blue Iris is colorblind. That doesn't. That would explain why you haven't seen Blue Mail. Okay, cool.
Well, this is where we ask a different question. Did you see a shirt? Was there a shirt on screen? The proper term for that is tunic.
The champion's tunic? There we go.
Hey, there's our sword.
It was the brewer. And Hype Cave's got a sword and flippers and a mirror. What?
It has our hammer, basically.
Wow, that is a Hype Cave if I've ever seen one.
And Leno checking the Croc escape item, and I'm seeing second sword.
Wow.
Nita also having the waiting game with the Sova.
That is a Hype Cave. And that gives us access to East Dark Death Mountain.
Gives us access to a good number of things.
Death Mountain's probably going to be the next play. I'm guessing A0 is going to flute straight there because there is so much for him to do up there. There's like, what, 14 checks?
No, you're a hook shot right now from doing from doing Swamp Palette.
Yeah. Now, can you imagine Hookshot being in Hookshot Cave?
I
Wouldn't
can
that be
indeed.
hilarious?
Lenif is climbing Red Tower. Is he thinking maybe it's an Alpha Power Bombs?
It could be. Could be a Morph Ball there. But I'm going to say it's probably not. With all the other things we've seen, there's no way that it's going to be somewhere behind the mitts and stuff.
Oh, it could just be a missile here. That's fine. I will say hello to 67 Raiders from Speed Gaming 2. Thank you for joining us for our community race to the SMZ3 Combo Randomizer.
Welcome, everybody. We are 27 minutes into this hard logic seed that has been giving us everything we could ask for and more.
I wouldn't say everything, Semper. What are we missing?
I mean, we're missing a Morph Ball for sure, but we've got tons of things to check. We are a little light on the Super Metroid side of progression, but we have a ton on the Link to the Past side.
Ace thinking about it, gets his silvers, goes, wait a minute. I don't need to do anything else here. And now he's out.
Wonder where he goes now.
With that mirror, you think he checks Checkerboard Cave? Oh, it's up the mountain.
I think it's mountain time. You've got 8 checks in the light world, plus one more if you can if you check the floating island, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 in the dark world. Oh, and he gets killed by sky cabbages. That's unfortunate.
You know, it's bad. You set up your spin speed, and the first thing you do is just go head first into a sky cabbage.
I mean, at least he's got the save and quit point there. That's a bonus.
A lot of it's giving us exactly what we want to see, and that is whether or not we have something hiding down here on the Morph Ball pedestal.
Now, there are 2 items in logic down here because we have the Morph Ball pedestal, and with Space Jump, even without Space Jump, the item in the Blueprint ceiling is in logic with a damage boost because it is hard logic. And A0 is probably going to poke his head into Tower of Hera first, or is he gonna go past it?
Well, those are balls, but they're not the Morph Ball.
It's a pendant Tower of Hera, but it's a nice, easy, quick 2 checks. Unless you got to go to the Firelock side of the basement, which could be unfortunate.
Well, you got a first item in front, and he's just gonna say this ain't worth the second one. You could take that gamble out of the 2 checks you can make if you know how to spin speed into a Harapop, but you can't even do that without a hook shot, so what am I talking about?
I'm glad you know the restrictions of that, because I sure don't. And what is Turtle Rock gonna be for us today? Are we gonna have to dip Pendant Turtle Rock to get progression? It sure seems likely because we've been given all the keys to get inside of it very early. And
There's
we
an
can! Oh boy! Is the fire rod the first chest in there? Do we go see it now? Do we go to Hookshot Cave first? What do we do? There's so many choices!
You do have 1 check you can make that is in Logic and Hookshot Cave with a bonk with those boots. Of course, you have Super Bunny and the rest of Light East Death Mountain as well.
The possibilities are endless. Well, not endless, but there's a lot of them. Super Bunny's
Super Ruby
depressing.
Cave.
That's pretty depressing cave, not gonna lie. $40? Like, what are we gonna do with that? That's like 1 meal if you go out to do a nice place, you know?
Well, it depends on how nice you're talking here.
That bar, he was like, nope.
Edge guarded by the Bari as well.
Come on, hookshot. Oh. Well,
Hey.
maybe.
Yeah, I heard you like fetch quests.
A hookshot by proxy? Maybe?
Turn it glass orb for a morph orb.
That'd be cool.
I think we have a look down Spiral Cave and Paradox Cave first here.
Yeah, he's gonna drop down, do spiral, and then pop out the bottom, come back up using doing paradox.
So
and then
Ham is
maybe go back to Hera.
Bressingham actually going for it in Thieves Town, about as well as it is one of those crystals you'll need to get out of the way eventually.
And he can full clear it, so why not?
I know. There was only 1 item at large and back, and we haven't seen the key yet, so it could very well be anywhere.
And to be fair, 5 Heart Blind is not my favorite boss. So he's braver than I am.
Here's our Paradox Cave, and we see super missiles and 20 rupees in the bottom.
Nice bomb strats from Ace Zero taking out those Moldorms. There's 20 rupees, a piece of heart, more supers. Come on, something be here. Arrows and supers. So
A whole lot of nothing.
the ammo is nice, but that was not exciting at all. That was nowhere near as Hype Cave. Did Leno not get a 100% magic drop there? I thought it was guaranteed to have one.
Yeah, I think it just despawned. If you have too many sprites on the screen, some would pick up, won't show up like, oh, takes an overworld death.
That's depressing. Have we seen the last item of Blind's Thieves Town?
I don't recall.
Ace Zero's taking the dive. He's going to Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock. And that's intriguing because that allows you to dive deeper by not having to go to the right side to pick up the key from the Firelock side. You can actually progress further in. I think you can get all the way to Laser Bridge if you have the right key layout. But we got a 34-minute Turtle Rock check. That's pretty impressive.
And we have a blind fight. Well, we
Wow.
had a blind fight. And it's a missile on blind. Yeah, that's...
So
That is a depressing
Blind's
sound.
hideout had a bunch of crap, or Thief's Town had a bunch of crap. Well, Turtle Rock's a bust.
You know what else we have that we can actually consider doing most of the way here?
Swamp?
Well, we can do Swamp up to a point. I was thinking Ice Palace. Well, is this even randomized? The bug net coming from the sick kid today.
Fire Rod in Peg Cave.
Oh, that's the back of Skull Woods. That's the rest of Turtle Rock up to a point.
That's the entirety of Ice Palace now. Especially with an icebreaker.
Yeah, that Fire Rod's actually kind of huge for us here. It gives us quite a few things we can look at.
Bressingham's gonna flute away and take the purple chest to Gary, see what's inside of it.
You know what else it does? It gives us desert.
Yeah, that's true, it does. And desert is a pendant.
It's one funny looking pendant, Semper.
Or, I meant crystal. I meant crystal. You know what I meant, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. You got me. You got me.
What a world.
Can't be right all the time. And look, Bressingham is going for the dive into Ice Palace.
I
Wow.
feel kind of bad now, because I'm pretty sure I did that too.
Imagine a cold stare holding a morph ball.
We have had Cold Stare hold a gravity suit before in one of these hard seeds.
I know. And it was a hammerless pendant, or Ice Palace you had to go into. Because the hammer was the first thing you got. I remember that one. I think I was sitting in the same spot.
Probably.
Gravity suit was indeed in the Meyer shed. And we're going to go bowling for Pengators with some bombs. Nice strat. Well, almost.
I had to say something. See, and he could have been done with that room already.
I mean, it was still pretty well executed. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's not his fault the Pengator decided to go way off track on him. It's like the last room in Gauntlet going up Ganon's tower. When that Stalfo decides to juke left instead of walk across like he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
So, wanna tell chat what Bressingham is about to do?
Sure, Bressingham is going to go into the next room, adjacent to this one, or I guess the next room over to adjacent to this one, and he's going to do a sequence break. Not even a sequence breaking. It's a game breaking glitch called Icebreaker. He's going to clip himself partially into this wall, use a red cane block, and just walk right through the wall, like that. And it makes Ice Palace far more tolerable, where it's not even my most hated dungeon anymore.
Oh yes, I remember that seed as well. That was a fun one to sit here and go, well, what are we looking for? A morph ball. Where are we going to find it? Who knows?
Yeah, I was not expecting to find it on the Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. That was just brutal. I remember the Gold Teresa one. That one was good.
Ran that one.
You had to get up. You had to get up there with a screw attack, and you couldn't make a mistake because you get stuck.
Lenifus still hasn't made his way to Hype Cave, so he doesn't have a sword. He's been using Samaria strats on Blind, and Blind not being quite as nice, he's going to come back later.
Samaria strats on Blind are actually pretty safe, too. Because you can lay the block and just walk away and let him kill himself on it.
had two bombos going at the same time. And Nito is taking the dive into TR without the fire rod. He's going to have the same problem Ace did.
Yep, and he's in one-shot KO range from those chain chomps. What does Ice-T have for us? Missiles. So far, Ice Palace not paying out.
Ice Palace is still a nice dungeon to just get out of the way if you can. It's fun to go mode it and get it done quickly. But if it's something you're looking for progression, it's still one of the nicer dungeons to just get the 3 items out of.
To answer a question in chat, Fire Rod was in Hammer Pegs.
There's our checkerboard cave look, and what do we have? We have a charge beam.
That's a nice find. I mean, that's
if I'm wrong. Is that the first beam upgrade?
First beam upgrade, yeah. We haven't seen any others. So I mean, now we're just looking for Plasma Wave, Ice, and Spazer. Well, okay, maybe not Spazer. A man can dream about Quispy.
We see Bressingham playing a little keep away with that Freezor. Gets out of dodge before taking some damage. We're going to see a cold stare fight here in just a moment. Hey, Ace has made that play into Desert, like I mentioned.
It's a good call. He's got Boots, he's got Fire Source, he's got Mitts, he's got Hammer. It's not Boots locked, so that's good. Blue Mail was in the Brewery of Thieves, or Village of Outcast. Jeez, I can't even tell. It's kind of like Thieves Town, right? It's a town of thieves, maybe?
Thieves, Town of Outcasts. The other question, chat, is where is the fighter sword? Our first sword was found in Hype Cave, and we also know of a second sword at Crocus Cave.
Which we do not have access to yet.
Oh, we kind of sort of need something for that.
Yeah, I'm making it Morph Ball or Speed Booster. I think Speed would get you down there without Morph Ball.
I'm inclined to agree. And you know that means we could see Morph Ball either at Grapple or behind Crocomire.
And Bressingham's done with Ice Palace. There's nothing down there. That's impressive. I was expecting to see something, and there was nothing.
So now he'll go ahead and make this desert play. Now, Lenifice is going to go ahead and make the Ice Palace dip.
Taking up a fairy?
Yeah, he's got 1 heart. You don't want to go in on 1 heart.
Yeah, especially when you've only got 4.
He also does not have the fire rod, so this is going to be a very painful cold stare fight for him. Have to use either a hammer or a fighter sword.
Yeah, neither of those options are fun. Now I see that whoever was in Desert dipped out. I'm guessing they got the 2 items and left. Or they got all the items they could and left because they didn't have a fire source.
And my guess is that, you figure you can just go in and clean up Lamulus anytime you need to. No point in wasting the time now.
Well,
Especially
it was
Bo or
A0 who was
Rod.
in there, right?
I think so.
He doesn't have a fire rod to finish it, but I think Bressingham is gonna clear it out. So that was the second item. So we know that the big chest is useless, and that the last boss is probably gonna have something. Gonna have a map or a compass or whatever we don't have.
Or, well, something being a whole lot of nothing in this case.
Yeah, trash.
Okay, Ice Palace, Icebreaker, take 2. I'm starting to worry with that Turtle Rock wide open for us when you find that fire rod.
Yeah, I'm thinking that there's something deeper inside Turtle Rock.
Morphon Trinex, anyone?
That would be brutal. With just a fighter sword Trinex? That's gross.
Hammer Trinex, even better. No, don't start that now, chat. Don't you even.
No. I don't think so. It's possible though. We still need to make that in logic. We still need a bow and a lamp.
And Iris, our tracker, is also saying, hey, maybe it's on the pedestal. Ooh, nice spin clip from Ace Zero.
Leno also successfully getting the icebreaker glitch.
Well, the crystals are certainly getting knocked down in quick order here.
Yeah, Bressingham's up to 3 crystal dungeons done already. I'm not sure where he's going.
It feels to me like he miscounted items, maybe? Because we know this is the map.
Nito's about to pick up his fraud.
We still have one item in the back of Skull Woods we haven't seen yet as well, so we could see Nito head that way.
That might be a good decision to make first. Go finish that dungeon out real quick.
Ah, he's gonna grab the purple chest.
He's gonna make a walking loop around here. He's gonna go check K45, which we have not seen yet.
Yep, a charge beam for Bressingham. And I don't believe he's checked Agina's cave yet. We know it's just 10 arrows. He doesn't.
Yeah, well, maybe he likes to collect arrows like certain people do.
Yeah, you know a weirdo that likes more arrows and more bombs? There's a... That's the best beam right there.
To answer your question, Chad, no, Fire Rod and Pod is not possible because we already have it. The bow in TR is possible. Morph Ball on Ped is also possible.
Yes, but for that to happen, we need to be able to find at least a bow and a lamp.
Yes. The lamp is not required hard. It's not hard required, but it is logically required. Because you can navigate rooms in the dark. They're not hard, but they're not easy. Especially in runners of this caliber have definitely able to do that. I mean, I can do it, kinda, but these guys are good.
Fighter Sword and Hammer Cold Stare for A0.
He's a brave man, because this is not something I would want to do. Nito is going back to desert. Or going to desert the first time? I don't remember.
Oh, Fluff's got him. That's a I'll come back and go mode this later kind of look from A0 there.
That is not an easy fight to do. In Blue Mail, I think they do 2 hearts of damage if you hug them, or 3 hearts of damage if you hug them. It's potent.
Are we seeing a pod check?
He's got a bottle and a potion, or he knows how to mimic clip. One of the two, because there's a very good possibility where it could be bow locked.
I'm sure I saw at least one runner go ahead and pick up blue potions, and I think Ace is one of those.
And it looks like Bressingham's gonna go up and do his mountain checks. I can't remember if he's been up here already or not. He is not. Okay, so he's gonna go into Turtle Rock. He's gonna be able to do some stuff.
Yeah, Bressingham is our first runner to go up the mountain with the fire rod. So not only is he going to be able to clear out Hera if he decides to, he is going to be able to go ahead and go all the way through Turtle Rock. And that's a good number of checks.
Now, in theory, Laser Bridge is not in logic because we don't have an invincibility item yet. And we don't have a mirror shield. But that ain't going to stop him.
Oh, no, you're going to do it anyway. We also have Mimic Cave, that's technically not part of the dungeon, but is a location we can get to as well with that mirror.
I like hard logic modes because it usually keeps you, usually gives you more diversity in your choices. But so far, it's been all Link to the Past because we have nothing in Super Metroid. What is in the first chest of Pod? Is it bow locked? Yes, it is.
Alright, so with that information, we know we cannot find a bow in Palace of Darkness.
Which is one of the worst dungeons to find it in because you don't usually want to go into Pod without a bow. Especially when Pod is a pendant.
Alright, Nidorific's cleaning up his Lamellus fight. Now we have 2 crystals for him, 3 crystals for Bressingham, and nothing yet for Ace Zero and Lenifus. Leno about to get the sad, sad story that is, hey, you need a bow to go any further through here, buddy.
And this isn't like the ALTTP solo randomizer where there are 2 bows. In this game, there is 1 silver arrows, 1 bow, because it uses a different logic than the ALTTP community does.
And a charge beam coming for Nidorific.
Ain't nobody gonna say no to that right now, because charge beam's nice to have.
Alright, Lenifus already dipping out of Pod. Instead of mirroring or fluting away somewhere, I think he's going Pyramid Catfish.
Which we have not seen yet? Question mark?
I don't believe so.
I don't recall seeing Pyramid or Catfish, but I could be wrong.
And wrong before, let's be right now.
I've been wrong quite often before. I ain't ashamed to admit it.
Also getting that Skullwoods play with a Fire Rod.
There's just an arrow capacity upgrade on the Pyramid Ledge. Nito's probably going to full clear Skullwoods while he's here. He can, so... Ace Zero is in a dark room in Eastern? Yeah, okay.
You know, after all this, what do we have left? Front and left side of Swamp?
Yeah.
And Turtle Rock, of course.
I'd like to see Bressingham go to Turtle Rock right now.
He might very well be doing that. And we do know we have 1 item left in Tower of Hera as well, but it is fire locked, so...
Yeah, Turtle Rock, this is it. This is the call, man. I said it in the beginning. You get early Turtle Rock access. It's a pendant, and there's going to be something in here. Probably on Laser Bridge or Trineck. This is beautiful. This is the kind of craziness I like to see from this these kind of seeds. And I know chat likes them too because they like to see our runners go through the worst possible things.
Let's see our runners go out of their way to check Spike Cave at some point as well. We don't have an invincibility item for it yet, but if we come across one...
Bressingham making the right decision going down instead of up because he doesn't have hookshot.
Alright, we know there's an item back here. We don't know what it is, and Nito is going to show us in just a moment.
I'd like to see a hookshot in Turtle Rock. Oh,
Hey!
there's the Well, that opens up some doors. Quite a few of them, actually. We're practically in Gum already.
What are you talking about? Novaria.
I said,
Well,
I
I
said,
mean,
please. Yeah, doing the hell run to Ridley is never in logic in hard mode, so we will have to find Varia at some point.
yeah, if you missed it, folks, Fire Rod on Hammer Pegs, Hammer on Highly Island, Flippers and Mirror in Hype Cave. All that to get our Morph Ball and Turtle Rock? Chain Chomp's not being terribly friendly here.
They are not the nicest enemies. Bressingham, while he's here, he's probably just going to full clear Turtle Rock and be done with it. It's unfortunate it's not our green pendant. That would be even more outstanding. And with that, our Morph Ball dreams of Ped are dead. I don't think the only other thing that could be of value on pedestal right now would be something Super Metroid wise, like Speed Booster or Varia or something like that,
Or a hook shot.
or a hook shot.
This pendant layout hook shot could be on Ped.
Vanilla Big Key and Turtle Rock. That's gonna give us all the way through the dungeon. We're also gonna check. I'm betting we'll check Mimic Cave while we're here because we're not gonna want to come back for that.
Yeah, I see other reason you want to just go ahead and go straight through the dungeon.
And as just seeing what Zora gave us, that's really depressing. A 1% cash back is not worth it.
I didn't realize Zora was a credit card company.
I mean, he likes to scam you.
And Lenifus is making the dip without the fire rod.
So it's good though, because he's not gonna be able to get very far.
Be that as it may, he's not going to find a Morph Ball.
All right, Nito is gonna give us Graveyard Ledge while he's here. What is going to be hidden in here today? Something useful, something nothing. Something nothing.
Well, that's something. It's just something we want to keep, let that sit there.
I like shields personally, but I understand why runners don't need them. So, I mean, a fighter shield is next to useless.
Ace Hero is making the call. He is going to get a fire rod, and he's probably going to feel kind of rough about it.
Can you blame him?
No.
And in the dark, we're getting the only dark room with Turtle Rock.
Man, the pokey out for blood on Lenifus takes him on the bounce.
Those Hoku Bokus do a lot of damage, surprisingly.
Oh.
And we've made it to Laser Bridge. Do we take the safety door? I would.
I think you have to here. Unless you're this confident.
I'm nervous for him. Oh, yeah, now you take a safety door.
Oh, yeah. Now you can't not, right?
I was like,
It's
pressing
really
him, what are you doing, dude?
I think part of it's also contemplating how many items he has left. There's a map.
Oh, man! There it is! There's an item on Trinex, too. But, dang. Dang, he done. That's yeah, that's Super Metroid. Let's go do it.
Alrighty, 1 hour in, I would like to invite you to follow these fine gentlemen putting on a good race for us so far.
Yeah, without these guys, we would not be able to put on this amazing show.
There you go, Super Metroid Go mode, basically. Maybe ammo mode, actually, if you think about it.
We do have Charge Beam.
Mm-hmm. Varia on Laser Bridge and Pendant Turtle Rock.
The Morph Ball was in there too. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. We're saying need ice or speed, and I beg to differ. You can backdoor Meridia.
We have enough power bombs, and we have got enough ammo to kill Ridley. So we are doing pretty good for ammo wise. The space jump locked item in Gold Tree is nothing, and the single arrow of destiny is also there, and he's just saying nope. Hard reset brings you back to the ship, or I guess a soft reset, whatever you want to call it. Back to the ship, and now we're going to start the. Are we going to go do the Bren loop first? Are we going to do wreck ship first? We're going to check criteria power bombs. Where are we going to go?
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen that Gravity Hyper Metroid suit.
It's a great suit. I want to know how you get it in the combo, because I would love to run that as a combo.
Pretty sure if you patch your vanilla ROM that you use to make the combo ROM, the suit is in the game data at that point.
Can you use a randomized seed to make a randomized ROM?
I don't know. Alright, cold stare for Nito. Nito does have fire rods, so this will be a little bit safer.
And it looks like he's going to go to Red Tower and wreck ship first.
So answer chat, Morph Ball was in the roller room on the right side of Turtle Rock, which requires the fire rod to get in.
Nito, out of magic, now has to turn to the hammer. And, well, he made it look easy.
Yep, and Hammer does do tempered sword damage, so it is about roughly the kind of offense you'd have going through here in a vanilla run.
Yep, sure is.
Weird old hitbox, that's all.
And by weird little hitbox, it's more like a no-hit box. It's trash. If you're swinging left or down, it's not so bad, but swinging up is nigh impossible. Ace Zero? Are you going into Swamp Palace?
It looks like it. We're going to see a hook-shotless Swamp Palace.
I'm intrigued.
And things have diverged quite a bit here now. Because it looks like he might not be the only one.
This is the kind of chaos I like to see.
Oh, yep, Nito's going for it too. Swamp Palace has 6 items in it that you can mill out. Of course, there are 4 locations locked behind that hookshot, so it's not entirely likely that we are able to clean this up.
Unless hookshot's in here, which is possible. It's unlikely, but it's here. I mean, that Iris, that kind of explains the whole year thus far, doesn't it?
Bressingham is taking on Fantoon.
Yeah, the Ghost of Argus, RNG personified. The worst boss in the game.
The killer of runs and world records alike.
He's getting some very nice Doppler strats in on him. I say that as he misses it.
You know, nightmare scenario. Hookshot on Trinex.
That would be abysmal. Bressingham took a gamble though. He said, I'm not going to kill it right now," and he was there. I think he should have killed Trinex, but I'm not the best runner in the world because you're orphaning an item there, and we don't know what it is. And Fantoon dies here.
Yeah, we see the premature mark of Fantoon dead. I think everybody knew that was coming. Yes, Trinex deserves to die. Croc does nothing wrong. And Shacktool was just there.
The people murder Shacktool all the time.
Why, though?
I don't know. I don't understand.
We're going to be able to get everything but one item out of Wrecked Ship because we don't have Speed Booster yet. Well, for every time I've said that, Speed Booster's been in either Sky Missiles or like Worker Robot Room. No, chat, if it was going to be on Pedestal, it's not quite as bad because our pendant dungeons aren't really too outlandish. Pendant, Turtle Rock, Hookshot, Trinex, if it's not on Ped. You're not thinking about going that deep.
Man, eventually you're going to have to get funneled there because you're going to run out of checks to do.
That's
Morphball
true.
Variosuit up there is gating a huge chunk of the game.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot by way of energy. We see Bressingham with just 2 tanks right now.
He's going to the Spiking Room of Death, too. That's brave.
Well, he's got Gravity, he's got Varia, so nothing in this room is going to do more than 50 damage, and Space Jump means it's basically free to go through.
Still, I'm scared.
Speed on Ped, Hookshot in Main Street seems good. I think that's kind of rude.
Could be worse. Could be Hookshot on Shacktool.
You know, you say it was right after somebody in chat said we do have Gravity and Grapple, and Space Jump.
And Space Jump.
Well, yes, everyone's favorite robot is in Logic. Whether we see our runners go to it, we don't know. Yeah, we now have 3 Swamp Palaces on the screen. Leniphus has joined A0 and Nidorific, and I didn't see anything of note yet in here.
Me neither. Honestly, it's mind-boggling to think because we had so many items saying, go to Turtle Rock, that they're not going to Turtle Rock. Bressingham getting bullied by those atomics.
And that's it for Swamp Palace. Just a map in the big chest, meaning there's
Sorry, go ahead.
not a whole lot in here. So does he make the call to go back up? That's the question. Or does he stake out that one item in Hera?
Oof. Yeah, they're both pendant dungeons. You probably finish Hera first.
Or at least grab the other item unless it's on Moldorm. Just a big 20 in the attic. We get to go play bowling after a quick fly over the ocean. Pretty sure I saw a heart container at Middle Ocean, so we're not going to see that picked up, but the missiles in the sky could be something.
Here's hoping for speed. But he's going to give us a check of the wrecked ship reserve first. So far, wrecked ship is indeed a get wrecked ship.
Oh, A0 making the call. And he'll be rewarded for it.
And missiles in the sky is gonna be not important today. Well. Actually, that is kind of important.
Well, right now you've only got 2. You need at least 3 to finish the game, so I would say we probably want to pick that up.
You definitely don't want to leave it. No, he's going for that heart container. It's not bad. We've had a very low amount of health this seat so far, so I don't blame him for doing that.
Right now we're seeing that Turtle Rock room that we need to see for A0. In just a moment here, he's going to be able to roll with it. There we go.
Oh, no, don't do it! Oh, no! Yeah, Iris definitely called that. You get Morph Ball and then you leave thinking it's the only thing in there, and then you're going to get terribly surprised when your Varia is all the way in the back.
There's one thing that works out for us here. If there does end up being an item on the pedestal, then we're going to be able to very much get funneled down to Laser Bridge here. But that's...
I'm thinking we're not going to have something on ped today.
No, it's not looking that way.
With the entirety of Super Metroid open to us, there's just no... I find it hard to believe that any required items will be there, but I have been wrong before. Wrecked Ship had nothing.
Haha, there it is. Hookshot is on high jump boots.
Well...
that does a few things for us.
Oh, and a book,
yeah.
too.
The book is a thing. I'm not sure if I like that place for the book. Because now you're incentivized to go to Croc.
I mean, why not?
I mean, you always bet on Croc, for sure.
We already know it's going to give us a mandatory sword at this point. Because we only have fighter, we do need a Master Sword at least to beat this game.
That's correct. We are looking for Bow and Quake for at least no mode. With, pending ammo or beams for possible go in Super Metroid.
Neaterific's going to use a bottle glitch to get the mimics off screen here. And that'll get, that'll open the door when they disappear.
Crate missiles is just a missile, imagine that.
Alpha power bombs had missiles followed by missiles. Ace Zero is going to be the first to step into Crate.
Are we going to take Crate for a dance, or are we going to let him sit there and mope?
I think we're going to give him a quick 4 shots to the face, and he's going to be go bye-bye. I was wrong.
Well, I mean, you got 2 shots to the face. 1 went in the mouth.
Crate's kind of a jerk like that.
Crate not playing very nice at all for Ace Zero right now. And down he goes.
And Bressingham's having a little bit of issue with the flight over to X-Ray. Space jump failing him utterly at the last second.
Alright, so Dito is going to be able to go check these out of the back here with 1 key to spare. He probably goes and saves this for last, I would think.
I would think so as well. He's going to go down and check the turtle room and then probably do the the rupee room underneath it.
There's some energy. And Kraid having nothing for us as well. Ooh.
Monofis is back in, or he's in the Skull Woods, gonna take on Mothula.
You're from the Link to the Past community. Normally, you would think this is in logic with a fire rod, but SMZ3 doesn't do that. Any dark room, it's looking for a lamp.
Monofis taking down the Mothula with just a fire rod. Very well done.
So we can't find a bow back here. We can't find a lamp back here. What could we find? Quake?
We found our X-ray scope at Spazer. So that leaves us one item away from microwave. One thing I'm surprised we haven't seen yet is any piece of the Bryn loop at all. Nobody's done Bryn.
Legendary Bryn loop skip, yes.
In this case, this seed makes sense because of how much stuff we've been given, but still, I would want to go there eventually because there's a lot of things that.
So Ace with a hookshot is now making his way back into Swamp Palace.
I can't blame him. He can clear it. It's a crystal. Might as well.
It's not just a crystal, it's one of our 5-6.
Yes, the other one being in its vanilla dungeon, Misery Mire.
And puts Pyramid Fairy into the conversation as soon as we see Quake and a lamp.
Quake is another one of those things that could be on the pedestal as well. Because the only place it can't be is in Mire. Down goes Kraid. Quick kill for Bressingham.
Alright, Nitorific is going back up the mountain. Is he going to Hera? Oh, he's got the hammer out. He's going to Turtle Rock. So in a moment here, he's going to find himself a Morph Ball.
He wants to catch that fairy in a bottle, but it's like, nah, I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to go out of reach so you can't catch me.
We're going to see a diver down from A0 with that cane on the left side.
Well, that was well done.
It's that silence of anticipation.
I know. There's so many things to say, and I don't know what to say. Bressingham's going down to Norfair. He's probably going to mock ball over to Ice Beam, and then go down and check Croc. Or, I mean, not Croc. Crumble Tower.
So what A0 has to do here is not the nicest fight in the world for Argus.
Yeah, it's menu mod or menu oh my gosh, menu simulator 2.0 when you have to just multiple pauses for the fight to get your hammer. Nito's not happy about that morph ball location. Please
Nito,
don't leave!
do
Don't leave!
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, good. He's continuing forward, which is good because
for a moment.
Yeah.
Leno is doing hell runs. He barely makes it to Bubble Mountain with just 2 E-Tanks.
He's got Spazer?
He does indeed. Spazer was in K45.
Oh, I missed that.
There's an energy waiting for us from Rumble Tower.
There you go, buddy. He's got the timing on those down. I can't jump off those crumble blocks. I can't do it. I can do it as a spring ball, but I can't do it as just regular old Samus.
And down goes Argus for Ace Zero. Hey, chat, I heard you like fetch quests. There's our second fetch quest. Give a mushroom.
Leno? Oh, man.
And this is not going to be an easy run here for Lenifus.
This is danger mode here. This is very low health for doing hell runs. You need 2 to get to Ice Beam, 2 to get to Croc, 3 to get to Ice Beam, and 5 to get to Bubble Mountain. So he's doing it with half the health required, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's a gutsy call, honestly. There's a reserve tank.
That's not the kind of tank he was hoping for.
No, it's not.
I don't think he makes it back.
He can Crystal Flash if he has to, and he probably will. He's already got them selected.
Good point. One of the benefits of having so much ammunition. Oh, that's can't Crystal Flash there. That's just unfortunate. Bressingham's going to check the ether tablet while he's here.
It's a bottle.
It's going to stay there too.
Probably.
We're probably not coming back for that.
No, that's one. You isolate that, and it stays where it is.
Nito is going back into Turtle Rock to finish this place out, which is nice to see because there is something more important back here.
You could say it's very important.
I'm
Nothing?
Nope. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk to you right now.
All right, get those tomato emojis. Come on, I'm waiting for them.
I got something a little bit better to throw at you than tomatoes, but I can't say it on chat.
Yeah.
You could also just not say that, yeah? The chat does not like you right now. I do not.
The score. 7
Wow.
Evan with the math. I can't do math on stream, and you know it.
We're gonna first look at the gauntlet? Really?
Really? Oh, Nito is.
The Fury swipes. I mean, I can't blame him. That's a terrible place for a Bavaria suit. And Gauntlet's garbage. Chat still hasn't forgotten about what you said.
Chad is just gonna let me hear it until the end of the seed. At this point, I'm sure. I have to get Captain back in here, so.
I don't choose my.
Nice.
I don't choose my partners, Chad. They're chosen for me, so you can punish them. Lenifus is gonna make his morph ball play here right now, and Nitorific's gonna go on for Trinex.
Hammer Trinex, everyone. Pay close attention. It's not easy.
And Ace Zero is doing a Bren loop.
There's a whole lot we can actually hope to see in the Brinstar loop here. Maybe speed booster, some beam upgrades,
Screw attack
high
would be
jump
nice.
boosts. Oh yeah, screw attack would make lower Norfair very easy.
Especially considering how little health we found so far. Early Super's got nothing.
Arrows, arrows, and more arrows. Delightful.
That's your favorite pickup.
Oh yeah, when I have a bow to shoot them with. And just like that, we have Turtle Rock down for Neaterific at 1 hour 25, and the item he drops for us is a little bit of love. But he is the only runner outside of Bressingham to go deep enough to get a Varia off of Laser Bridge for the moment.
However, Ace Zero finding our Quake Medallion in the Etacoons area. So that's one less item we need for Noma. You gotta be careful though, he's low on health down here.
At this point, it's more the environment you'd be worried about than the enemies, but the enemies can knock you into those spikes. Those only deal 16 points of damage without Varia.
Only.
16 does add up.
There's our red mail, so that's nice. Bressingham going into Swamp Palace for the first time has the ability to full clear it, so he's going to.
Oh,
45 power bombs.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Exactly that. That is one pack short of max for this randomizer, I believe.
I believe you're correct.
And Nito opting to take out Golden Torizo. And he sees the arrow and says, no thanks.
Him staying here, he's gonna go kill Ridley. That's brave with 3 energy tanks. So far, the Brent loop on Ace Zero side is turning up empty.
Still going for those supers. 50's a nice maximum number for super missiles.
Yeah.
Chat reminding us, Bryn Loop wasn't totally empty. We do need that Quake.
Okay, true.
Third bottle, it's in there.
That's a valid point. You're right. I make mistakes like that all the time.
One of us, please. Safety door.
He's going. He's going. He's not taking this risk.
My heart would have sank if he had taken a hit from that bomb. The only thing that's there is blue mail.
I was thinking the same thing. Ace Zero got a nice E-tank refill on the item below charge beam? Or was that charge beam itself?
That was the charge beam location.
I had vanilla charge beam in a seat I did earlier today then. That's fun. What's Green Hill Zone got for us? Trash!
Ella.
I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of bombs or missile upgrades in this game because there's, 230 of them total?
Yeah. The game is 230 missiles, 50 supers, 50 power bombs, 14 E-tanks, and 4 reserves. And these Golden Pirates have 900 HP. That's 9 missiles. Or 3 supers each. Leno finds his Varia. Let's see if he goes on to Trinex. Sure looks that way. Hey, check out what we had at Alpha Missiles.
I didn't see it.
Well, I mean, if you lighten up a little, you'll be able to see in the dark.
Ooh, nice place for a lamp.
Indeed. And the logic would expect you to have a lamp for those dark rooms once again, so now that puts Meyer into consideration. Not that there's a lot we could be looking for.
So the Bren rope is Bren roop. Oh my goodness, the Bren loop is required.
At least Retro Bren is, and wherever that quake was.
That was an Etikun, so yes. We are going to be orphaning the waterway location, though, which is probably nothing at this point.
We did see the speed locked item in Wreck Ship earlier was just a big 20.
I'm also going to go out on a limb and say that the pet is dead.
Only real progressive item we could have found on the pedestal at this point would have been the hook shot or the Quake Medallion, and we have both of those in our grasp here. Now, one thing we don't have that can still show up in a bad spot is bow. That bow can be on Pyramid Ferry.
You can't have waterway on bow with pet on or with speed on ped because you need to have bow to get the last item to get ped. So that's not going to work. Bow cannot be on pedestal, and anything that locks the bow cannot be on pedestal because you need. Hey, my old Mother Brain's got a sword.
Sword number 3.
He's going to check Shaft Supers while he's here. Not a bad call at all.
Angry Space Dragon on Niterific screen. That is Ridley. He takes 30 super missiles to knock down, and he likes to use his tail as a pogo stick. That was just a heart container waiting for us at Shaft Supers there. So what I want to know is, how does Leno have Varia and somehow not come across gravity?
He just never went to Meyer?
Shed, yeah, that makes sense. Eventually you'll go there and you'll find it.
So far, we haven't seen any hard logic tricks yet, though. Or required hard logic tricks, anyway.
That's more like Ridley having bombs. Sure. We are going to see a fake powder from Bressingham.
Very nice. He wants to do that before he gets rid of the mushroom. That way, if you never find powder, you can at least make this check here. Which could be the bow. Probably not, but it could be.
Well, a
Wow.
green boomerang. That's nice to have, I'll say that.
That's very nice to have. So, where is the powder?
That might actually not be required here, unless there is an item either at Waterway or at Main Street.
Now watch the mushroom give you powder. That would be hilarious.
Pretty sure we already saw a mushroom turn in. It wasn't anything spectacular.
Oh, why are you gonna kill my dreams, man?
Well, you know, that means there is a pet dream. What if powder's on pedestal?
Oh, man.
Shout outs to our tracker Iris for that wonderful set of bad thoughts.
That'd be hilarious. I wonder if we'll get a pet check from anybody who's going to use Skull Woods with the mirror and the book. I doubt it, but I'd like to see it. Firefly has Greg! Greg sitting in the Firefly room. Iris, I've come to understand that these seeds are just designed to punish those runners who decide to play.
And now Bressingham making his lower Norfair play.
Meanwhile, Nito's on his way out. He's got two more checks in lower Norfair before he's done down here.
Yep, that super missile sitting on Hotarubi, and then Franker Z.
He's definitely not going to say no to those because he doesn't have 60 yet. We want to see 60 as the magic number of supers to kill Mother Brain. And there's 60.
And now he can go ahead and clean up the rest of Bubble Mountain.
Which he's most likely to do. However, he does have to get past these god-awful musketeers first.
So, I have a question.
Yeah?
Where did Lenifus find Screw Attack?
Wherever he's at. It was in Cathedral. Wow, okay.
Interesting. Well, that is a nice pickup for him to have, because that's going to make traversing through Lower Norfair easy. Oh, and we are making the play. Always bet on Crockemeyer. But don't always bet on this gate glitch.
Now, honestly, I'm surprised that we have so little energy in Super Metroid, because usually Hard Logic Seeds hand you E-Tanks like they're candy. Because they expect you to do hell runs. Or have the option to do hell runs. But not today.
And that's an interesting thought to make, actually, because isn't there an E-Tank requirement you mentioned earlier for hell runs? That could tell us a lot of information about this Norfair.
Yes. I believe, if I'm not... I could be wrong, but I think it's 2 energy tanks to hell run to Croc, 3 to hell run to Ice Beam, and 5 to hell run to Bubble Mountain. I believe those are the numbers that the logic uses.
Well, poor Crockemeyer. It's all for a missile. Leno, clearly not impressed, he says, "I'll shoot a missile with another missile." About 9 times. Alright, Bressingham with his Ridley fight.
Blink and you miss it. Ace Zero killed Fantoon without us even noticing. There's a shovel behind Croc.
Yeah, but at this point, that is our last actual piece of fetch quest material until we see the powder, which we already know pays out with a speed booster. And there, down goes Ridley for Bressingham. Very
clean fight. He went in there with next to no extra supers, and he's still got supers, so...
Started with 36, he ended with about 2, so you only miss a few shots. It's pretty...
Speaking of...
Alright, there's our speed booster in logic.
So, wave beam's got to be somewhere, because that's the logical way to get down here.
Does hard logic for a gate glitch?
I don't think gate glitches are in logic, no. It could be, though. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% positive on that. I know Wave Beam, and Speed Booster usually put Croc into logic, and to get Speed Booster, we would need to get down there without Speed Booster, so it would have to be the Wave Gate. I think. I'm sure somebody knows the logic better than me can tell you if I'm right or wrong, but I think that we need to find a Wave Beam somewhere.
Yeah, but being in hard like this, I'm pretty sure Crocomire is set.
I lied.
Nothing.
Iris is telling me that I am correct, or I am wrong, that it does not require anything to get down here.
So, at what point in time do our runners consider dipping into Meridia?
They're probably wanting to find Plasma first. I mean, that's what I'd want. Go in there and just, microwave Batoon and Dragon.
Well, I'll point out Bressingham is the only player right now with the X-ray scope. You said that was in Pod, right?
I don't remember where it was.
You pointed out where it was, and
I think it was in Spazer.
Oh yeah.
Bressingham hasn't been to Pod yet. I don't think.
Wouldn't be surprised if we don't make it back to Pod at this point.
Well, we as commentators know that Pod has nothing of value. Because it can't have the bow, and that's basically the only thing we need at this point.
Alright, Lenifus going for Kraid. What are we gonna see? Oh, on the charge even, gets the quick kill. Well done, Lenifus. So, where could our bow possibly be? I think really at this point one of the worst places would be on Pyramid Ferry. Especially since with Silver Arrows, that Vitreous fight would be... Oh, let's not talk about last locationing Hera Basement. Well, actually, Hera Basement is the big key of Hera, so the last item is going to be somewhere towards the top, possibly even on Moldorm. And I don't think our runners are quite incentivized to go there with it being a pendant. If you missed it earlier, the first item in Hera was in front. It was just a missile. So you see a small key and item, you're just like, nope. Alright, Beaterific's going to get his magic powder, and then just a big 20 up on the grapple beam location. And then we'll get to see where he goes from here. Lenifus is going up Red Tower, about to get his presumed X-ray scope, if this is actually where it was, because I don't remember.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
Missed nothing.
Outstanding. So we still don't have a bow.
If we find a bow in the next couple minutes, then we'll have a bow.
Cool. So what treasures are Meridia going to hold for us today? I think Meridia's got something. I think Meridia's got the bow.
Can only have so many things.
I'd like to see the bow there. Brassingham's like, nah, I'm going to go get that. Or not.
At this point, there's really no need for the screw attack Bressingham. He's already done lower Norfair. Later on, you're just going to have to menu it off anyway, unless you know how to down back. Assuming we're even talking about a Zeb skip here.
mean, most runners tend to do that anyway.
And picking up our sword at Croc Escape is Nidorific.
That's 3 of 4 we know of. Which sword do you think that was in logic? Number 2? Number 3?
I'm inclined to say 3. But I don't remember where sword 2 was. Oh, it was in Brynloop, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably number 3. Because they would want you to go to Turtle Rock. Well, actually, yeah, you'd have to go to Turtle Rock, get your Morph Ball, come back to Bryn Loop, get your Limp, to go back to Turtle Rock to get your Varia. Ugh. That's just gross. Who's going to be the first to go to Meridia? I think Nito's probably going to be. He's the closest to it? Or is he... No, he's going to go down to Croc. No, he's already done Croc, right? So, yeah, never mind.
It's either him or Ace at this point, right?
Yeah. Nito's done with Norfair. He hasn't even been to Kraid yet. He's already killed Ridley. That's funny. Talk about RBO. You're just way better equipped than you are for the regular RBO. I'm guessing he saved in Business Center?
Yeah, it seems about right. That's usually what you do when you're not expecting to keep something you don't like over at the Ice Beam location.
And now he's going to go to Death Mountain.
He does have Hookshot Cave he can clean up now.
We are swiftly running out of locations for where that bow could be. Bressingham wanted to get a swag Shine Spark across the room here and ended up going straight into the ceiling instead.
And here it is! Ace Zero with the move into Meridia.
Nito picking up the bottle from the Ether Tablet, then promptly bonking into Tower of Hera. Main Street Missiles is 10 or 20 rupees, and the Crab Supers is a heart container. So far, not required. So Nito's probably going to go finish up Hookshot Cave. And then, do we have an invincibility item yet? I don't think we do. Nope, we don't. So.
I believe so. No. And there's our... Is that our third shield? I think that's our third shield.
I believe you're correct, yeah.
Mama Turtle having nothing for us today.
Indiana Jones room, not quite clearing the gap. Oh, we've already seen Hookshot Cave. I didn't know that. High jump boots are up here.
Wasn't paying enough attention to that. But yeah, high jump boots, nice to have. It's going to make moving around with Space Jump a lot nicer. I'm pretty sure Nito has at least a bottle, maybe full of something.
He's got a fairy.
Oh, he's going to go for Hera.
He may catch another fairy while he's in here.
One item sitting somewhere in the top of Tower of Hera, and we don't know where.
My guess, Troll Dorm.
Well, we're going for Herapod to save time here, so if it's in the big chest, you lose.
Nicely done.
Herapod's one of those things I want to learn how to do.
It's very useful if you can do it that quickly. Well, that narrows our chances of it being in the big chest. Does Troll Dorm hold the final item, or is it locked? And are we going to come back for it?
I feel like if you've already come back in here intending to clear the dungeon, you kind of have to, right? You're committed?
I would say yes. And down goes Troll Dorm. Meanwhile, Ace Zero is making his way over to Aqueduct. I don't think he has... Oh, it's locked in the big chest.
That is not a good feeling. Gotta go through the tile room in the basement to get the big key to go up and open the big chest.
Yeah, that hurts. And he's saying, nope, never mind, I ain't doing that.
Well, he is gonna go ahead and take that full health refill and check Spike Cave.
And Ace Zero is going for a snail clip to check out the aqueduct. That's the fastest snail I've ever seen. And there he goes, he got it.
I was gonna say that's right on the edge for Nito, and he does have a fairy. All for just a bundle of bombs.
So where is that bow? That's a beam. Is it a wave beam? It is a wave beam.
That's our first major beam upgrade, not named Spazer here.
Oh, what? What?
This is a little nonsense now. There's your plasma beam. We have a microwave.
Wow, that sandpit holding out, man. Wave and plasma in there. That's Botwoon and Dragon super dead. Because microwave is a beautiful thing. And here comes Shaq Tool.
Uh-oh. This could be something. This could be big. We've seen a bow here before.
This could be. If this is the bow, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Not on stream, of course, but.
What's that? I hate to see a grown man cry, Semper.
Bressingham got plenty of hell for this fight with Mothula.
Yeah, when did we get up to 14 hearts? My goodness.
I mean, we've been picking up hearts the whole game.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, last I checked, yeah.
Comes that moment of truth. What do we have sitting where Spring Ball usually is? Boy.
Trash. But apparently logic is just a suggestion to Leno.
I mean, is it wrong?
No, he's not wrong. However, Ace Zero did reset, so he's not going to keep that. He's not going to keep the wave and plasma beam. That's interesting.
He wants to check the other sand pit too. Kind of hard to do that. If you lose a lot of time just going all the way back around. Hey, look what Bressingham's doing.
Ooh. Yeah, we knew at this point it wasn't going to be anything. Left sandpit's got a reserve tank at $50, so right sandpit's loaded, left sandpit, nothing.
I'm feeling like he probably wants to go exit through that sandpit, pick up the plasma beam and the wave beam before he checks the plasma location.
Yeah, I would want those two beams before I go fight Dragon and Batoon as well, because that speeds up the fight drastically. So, Meridia, so far, not having much of value besides those two beams that we're going to pick up here. Pedestal was a bomb capacity upgrade. We haven't seen Bombo's tablet yet, I don't believe. We know Bo can't be in Eastern, it can't be in Pod. Could be in Meyer.
At this point, it's easier to say we know where it can be rather than where it isn't. That's how few checks you're starting to run into here.
Yeah, and there's only Ace Zero is the only person who's done the Bren loop to get the Quake Medallion.
It's in Meyer or on Pyramid Ferry. He's at a pretty decided advantage here.
This has definitely been an interesting seed with required double dip turtle or required turtle rock. Maybe not double dip, but definitely required. Yes, the shovel was just $20. We know that the powder leads to speed booster.
Well, here's our Bombos check coming from Nitorific.
Excellent. Let's see what it is. Is it the bow? Hey, I just realized we're in bow mode. It is not. Iris is going to say it's not. And Iris is right.
You know, that would be too easy, right?
It's like she can see the future. Oh, we've seen it.
We've seen it already. You and I are not on our game today.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot going on. I can't remember everything. I try, but I can't.
Remember what? I forgot.
I don't know.
Oh, Leno's doing the Brin loop.
He's gonna get his Quake Medallion and his lamp. And his Bloomerang. Can't leave without that.
To answer chat, we have the ability to go into Meyer with that Quake sitting at Edicoons, but no one has made the option to do it yet, and by no one I mean, so far only A0 has Quake.
Right, and I lost the restream, but I'm pulling it back up. So if I miss anything, forgive me.
I'll tell you one thing you're going to miss is a very good Lamulus fight.
Landmo is always fun.
Fire
Especially when you have fire.
And an actual powder of the Magic Bat for our speed booster for Nitorific.
Think he's going to give some Fury Slashes, or he's just going to run?
It's a speed booster. If you're not running, what are you doing?
Walking?
Touché. Yeah, A0 just mops up Desert. Now he is going to make that play into Misery Mire.
Could our bow be sitting in here? Could it be on Vitreous? One hopes not. And we're getting our first Dragon kill from Bressingham? Could it be behind Brett? Could it be behind Dragon?
Could be on Plasma.
Bressingham?
Oh,
Dragon! There it is!
so that is no mode for us as commentators in chat. But Bressingham does not know where his Quake is to do Mire.
2-hour Bryn loop's gonna feel bad.
Here's some Mire play from A0. Do we have a God Mire? We do not. Not yet, anyway.
Quake was in the Edakun's room, or the room before the Edakun's room, I guess. And with the discovery of that bow, it leads me to believe that Bressingham is not going to go do the Bryn loop right now. He's going to go back and clear out those bow dungeons, or use that bow.
Do you think he does pod?
No, he ain't going to do pod, I don't think.
Well, he'll at least get rid of Armos Knights and do Eastern.
He might do pod looking for that Quake medallion, I don't know.
At that point, Bryn Loop is the richest series of checks, so...
It is definitely the most lucrative choice. You know, Bressingham, his beams like, dang it, I wish I had these a few minutes ago.
Let's be real here, he didn't need them. They're
Nah,
nice
with
to have, but not need them.
With grapple beam, that makes Dragon easy. And now Bressingham's going to go check Shack Tool. Misery and Mire not holding out with very much. There's nothing here, so, and we know that.
Here, but us crystals.
Besides that, yeah. Other than that, we're not looking for anything else.
Yeah, the thing of it being a 5-6 is that's going to incentivize clearing it out to make sure it's not progression on Pyramid Fairy being the thing you're looking for. There's a Cane of Burna.
That's kind of helpful. That's Spike Cave in logic.
Yeah, we already saw one person do Spike Cave. I believe it was Nito, and we saw a bundle of blueberries.
The question in chat is saying, where were silvers? I don't remember.
Silvers showed up kind of early.
They were really early, but I don't remember where they were.
Yeah, they were in Hyrule Castle basement,
Right.
front of Escape, the boomerang chest.
It was the first chest in the escape. That's right. And chances are Bressingham's probably not going to get the silvers, because there's no way he's going to dip escape.
It's Quake for Nito. Yeah, of course, Lenif is going to give us the scout look of Shaft Supers again. We already know this is not much.
For whatever reason, my commentary stream is acting up, so I'm going to have to be looking on from the broadcast, and I will not be able to see things as soon as I normally do.
So, Chad is asking an interesting question considering what we know as a spectating audience here. Who would you say at this point has the advantage?
I mean, I'm going to have to agree with Chat and say it's a toss-up between Bressingham and Nito. Nito's on his way to getting his Quake, and Bo is in a place where you have to go eventually. It's just a matter of when does Nito get to Dragon? Does he go straight from the bread loop to Meridia? Or he's gonna kill? He's still gonna deal with also. Got to do wreck ship as well.
And I don't remember. Did he do Kraid? It's not marked on his tracker there
I
either.
think so.
So he did Ridley first. I don't think he's fought a boss since.
However, he does have almost all of the dungeons, or he's got all the dungeons he can do up to this point in Link to the Past done. So
Putting that Cane of Burner to work to get a little invuln around Vitreous here.
yeah, not having bow or a better sword or anything, there's not very not an easy fight here. Vitreous is actually quite difficult. He hits very hard and he takes a lot of damage. Bressingham, where are you going? To Blue Bryn? No, Business Center.
We're going to see a waterway check from Nito here.
That's good. Wonder what could be here. Ice Beam, maybe?
Whole lot of nothing, maybe? $20.
Definitely a whole lot of nothing.
And yeah, Chap pointing out, he has picked up Quake. It's just not marked on the tracker yet. Sometimes that tracker likes to just eat up inputs, but Iris is keeping it tamed for us today. She's doing a very good job. Thank you, Iris. And I'll tell you, it's not easy watching 4 runners and keep 4 sets of inputs going. Yeah, she says it is marked for her, so I would blame the tracker.
I would believe that it was you, Iris. I know that it's the actual program itself. You would never let us down like that. Bressingham's making the play into Eastern. He's totally just saying no to pod. Not a bad call. Lenofis is about to get his speed booster.
And now Nitorific can see in the dark.
2 hours in, here's your lamp. After you've done almost all the dark rooms in the game.
Now, if you think about it logically, that lamp locks Varia.
Yes, it does. The game
That's
wanted you
kinda-
to go to Turtle Rock, get your Morph Ball, to come down here to get your lamp, to go back to Turtle Rock to get your Varia suit. That's stupid.
And that is why we believe that logic is a suggestion. Also, Leno picked up a 3rd sword somewhere along the line. And I'm trying to remember where that 3rd sword was. I know it was somewhere in Brainley. Croc Escape? No, that was the 2nd sword. That we knew about anyway.
One was in... I forget.
I have a feeling we'll see it again very soon.
Old Mother Brain. That's right, Old Mother Brain.
Well,
Thank you,
then I
Lord
wouldn't be
Goober.
wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't be wrong then, because we're about to see it.
Yeah, headed straight for it. And down he goes. There it is.
All right, Ace Zero picks up supers at the Bombos tablet, and where's he gonna head out to now?
I bet our ice beams can gain his tower, actually, at this point.
Too far-fetched. Yeah, Nito's not even checking it, he's just going for it, and this is a heart container of chaff supers, so we're up to like 15 or so now.
Definitely not a bad thing. 15 hearts is a darn good amount of hearts to finish the game with. That's like no fear of dying to anything.
Here we go, folks. There's the Pyramid Fairy play from Ace Zero. So, could our Ice Beam be here? Because after that, there really isn't much.
I wonder if Bressingham knows that he's forgotten the Bryn Loop.
I wonder if Bressingham knows that he skipped escape.
He's not getting those silvers. Well, he might do the escape before he goes to Bryn Loop.
If he's still looking for Quake, very likely.
That's the only thing he needs right now. He's probably going to go do Skull Woods now as well because he can get it out of the way.
Chat giving us the blessing of Ice will be in big chest of Tower of Hera, which we've already seen orphaned.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see that, which we will never know.
And that was our 4th bottle at Pyramid Fairy, which Ace will promptly put green goo in.
Not a bad decision. I mean, free green potion, it's hard to say no to.
The chat box says it all. Bottle saved. Bottle saved. Bottle filled, money saved.
There you go.
You're not the only one who can't word.
Wording is hard. Wording gets confusing. So Nito's going to wreck ship. Yay!
No. Nito's going to get wreck ship.
True. Because there was literally nothing of value here.
Yeah, not exactly a great set of nothings. But he's still looking for something. He's still looking for a bow, so he's going to clear it.
Rustingham looks like he's going to do his Bryn Loop. I don't know if it's just a gravity suit.
He's finally made his way to the mire area, and you figure while he's here, he does mire.
I would.
Also, probably
Do a trip.
lower north. There's a vanilla E-tank behind Matwoon that we've already seen, but now we're seeing it from the other way. Ace decided to backdoor into Meridia using the Dark Ice Rod Cave area.
One of the most forgotten portals in the game. Ace Zero is going to be getting his bow here shortly.
Yeah, and that's going to put him in an interesting spot because, to his knowledge, he's still looking to Vervaria.
Yeah, he has no idea that he's orphaned it in Turtle Rock, and it's going to be very, very hard for him to figure that out when he gets there. He's not going to like that news at all. And the Ghost of Vargas is here, and he's getting Doppler. Oh, well, he should have been getting Doppler.
Well, he got shot a couple times. Here comes
Doppler?
some...
Well, jeez.
No? What Ghost is being kind of rude to Neorific here.
That's the... It's kind of a Fantoon and rude is kind of the synonymous with each other. And on Ace Zero's side, we get a microwave shrimp.
I'm still saying I'm not feeling the microwave shrimp. You can have my portion.
I don't want to eat microwave shrimp. No, thanks. Well, the fried.
Leno with the Pillar Spark.
Well, I hear grilled shrimp's pretty tasty too, so...
And there's our bow for Ace Zero. So he is now in a Varia hunt, unless he decides that he wants to do a little bit of RBO.
Which is not gonna be easy.
Technically, it's not even RBOs type stuff because you do have gravity.
Which doesn't help.
It doesn't help with the environment damage, but it does quarter your enemy damage. So Ridley's not quite as bad. And yes, chat pointing out, Ace has been playing some RBO on his stream. Practicing, getting a little better at those types of things. So this is something we could see him choose to do.
He knows it's not logical.
Right.
So I mean, I don't want to see him do it, but dang. Oh yeah, Bressingham's in go mode.
He sure is. With that pickup of the Quake Medallion, he just went straight up, I'm pretty sure.
Hours and 14 minutes, give or take. I don't know, 15 minutes.
Is he just bailing? He bailing out? He's going to go kill Mother Brain?
Why not? She's right there.
That is very true.
We're like 2 rooms away from it, so why not? Man, we got no health though. And he's not going to rearm, so he's just going to... Oh, no. He is definitely not going there. I mean, I guess it's not a bad play.
I'm mostly curious to see where he is going then.
He's going to the nearest cross-game portal to get out of here. He's going to flute to 6, do Mire, and then do Skullwoods and Eastern. I mean, he's already done Eastern. At least I think he's definitely killed the Armos Knights.
Yeah, he's done Eastern. We were mentioning he doesn't have the silvers.
And so he's not going to find them.
No, at this point, you're probably fixing to see some sword spins on Ganon. The question is whether he'll have to do it with Master Sword, or if he'll find a tempered along the way.
Master Sword Silverless sucks. That's 52 spins you have to hit Ganon with, and that's just abysmal.
Benefice opted not to farm up supers, leaving Screw Attack, and now he's going to have to play with these Zebos for a few here, trying to get some.
It's because he hasn't been to Meridia yet, because he didn't have gravity, so he doesn't have wave and plasma. And Ace Zero is doing some hell runs.
And, it isn't logic to do these hell runs. He's thinking maybe it's in Norfair, because it very well could be.
He's like, wait a minute, I could use that.
Yeah, Screw Attack here when you still have lower Norfair to do. You pick it up, it makes your hell run safer, it makes your lower Norfair safer. Speaking of lower Norfair, we have Lenifus fighting Ridley and just pumping some missiles into him. Soften him up a little bit first.
Bressingham sprinting his way through Misery Mire.
And Ridley has to be dead, right?
Yep.
Yep, there we go. Bye, Ridley.
I don't remember where the big key for Misery Mire was, but I'm going to guess it's over here on the left side, because that's where Bressingham is.
Well, I'll say it wasn't in a very friendly place.
Wonder how many extra chests he opens looking for that final sword upgrade. Oh, there it is. He didn't pick up his lamp either, so he's gonna have to do these rooms in the dark. And he's missing his small key, so he's gonna have to go around.
Bressingham is one of those runners that will do Dark Mire. I would believe he knows it. He's pretty good at it.
I mean, I did it yesterday because I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to. Because my partner couldn't find my lamp. Turns out the lamp was in the game. I actually did quite a few dark rooms yesterday. It felt pretty good. It's pretty empowering. The one that gave me the most trouble, though, is the one that Bressingham's about to get into, because there's no points of reference, so it's really hard to get that block onto that switch.
It's actually Neatorific on a restream here that gave me a strategy for Turtle Rock's Dark Room. And as you see, Bressingham has already gone through that first Mire room without thinking about it.
Yeah, he's making
there are some
easy.
Quick setups for that as well, yeah. I thought for sure Lenifus was going to pick up that single lonely rupee there.
Yeah, nobody wants to pick up Greg. I think that's the first Greg we've seen too. There's Big Greg and Little Greg. I don't know where the other Greg could be. And I think Bressingham's, yeah, he's through the hard part, so now he's just gonna make it through the easy part. And he'll be on to Vitreous, which he'll probably... Yeah, he's got no real easy way to kill him. No silvers, Master Sword, no invulnerability. So it's just going to be a slow, patient kill. Maybe soften him up with bombs first? I don't know. It's going to use dash strats. That's interesting.
Got the Burna, no reason not to. It's kind of convenient that Burna was in this dungeon, you know?
Yeah, it's about time we needed this thing. That was also probably Kanan Burna is probably also the other logical item that they wanted us to have to be able to get to Varia suit.
Yeah, we've seen 3 shields, but I don't quite remember where exactly they were. So Burna being where it is, that's a very high possibility.
Don't ask. I think one was in early supers? Question mark.
Yep, you're right. It was at Brinstar Reserve. We had one at Mama Turtle, and the third one.
Oh, hey, we've got 7 crystals from Bressingham's side. You know what time that is?
Time to climb Ganon's tower, of course. But there's something missing. The big key?
Oh. So, there's 22 of those locations that you got to check to find the big key in Ganon's tower. Get your guesses in chat, and if you get it right, or close to right, or closest to right without being wrong, alright, we'll get you shouted out properly, and you'll get a prize, a special prize that I've got picked out just for you. Oh, Bressingham's that dead rock.
Yep. That dead rock just loves to sit right there. And Bressingham's stream froze for about 9 seconds, so that dead rock sat there for a little longer than it really should have.
Man, that dead rock just doesn't want to move.
We're seeing a 2.5-hour Kraid from Neatorific. And he misses 1 shot, so Kraid's going to have a stand here.
And he was just spamming missiles into his face until he opened up.
Yeah, and he just sits back down and, you know, whatever. It's Kraid. Bye, Kraid.
Well, Bressingham is entering Ganon's tower. Once the screen transitions to the inside, the guessing game is over. Get your final guesses in now. And that's it. Wow, Foxfire, you got that in just in time. Number 1, a key. Number 2, piece of heart. He's going to continue to go right. Going to go full right. Very interesting. Of course, we're going to bypass tile room because nobody wants to do tile room.
You don't want to do tile room until you don't have the key.
Oh, wow.
Or tried closing on Link's foot, and Bressingham wasn't having it.
That was close. Number 3, a compass. Hey, this is the compass room. What do you know? Number 4, bombs. Number 5, the map. Okay, thanks, game. And number 6, an E-tank.
So my question for you is that the vanilla location for the compass?
I do not believe so, no. I believe the compass is in the upper left chest that causes the holes in the floor to appear.
Sounds about right to me.
7 is a missile on the torch. Mama Turtle's got a shield.
So now Lenifus has a shield cane.
Number 7, bombs. Number 8 was flying bombs. Number 9 was a key. Number 10 was a key.
We know we won't be short on keys.
I think that's all of them. There may be one more. I'm not sure. Number 11. Oh. Number 11 is supers. What? I'm off. What did I miss?
8, 9, 10, 11 up in the Stalfos room.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny. You're telling you missed Torch when you even said Torch was 7.
I did say that. I said 7 twice. Dang it. That's why you shouldn't math on stream.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You can't math on stream. You can't word on stream.
Number 13 was the cape. Yay! Ganon strats. Upcoming is Rando Room, which will be 14 through 17. So-called Rando Room because A, you only usually see it in randos, and B, it's a random button to press to open. So, not there yet. So 14 through 17 was trash. So is it going to be Bob's chest?
Might be wishful thinking here, but could it possibly be that tile room?
It could be. Could be 22. Could also be behind Ice Armos. Could be Vanilla.
Now, what if this is going to have a little bit nicer a Vitreous fight here with Tempered Sword?
I think this is chest number 18.
Well, it's not here. And that's interesting. I've never actually seen that, and it's kind of genius, actually, that Leno decided to sit in that puddle of goo that'll only deal 1 heart of damage as opposed to getting bashed by the eyeball that is Vitreous.
Yep. And Bressingham was using the Cane of Berna on the Armos Knights.
He is conserving arrows for that GT climb.
It's not a bad decision. It doesn't take that long, really. So we got
Here.
19, 20, 20, number 20, and 21's
And
the
the
ice
ice
beam!
Oh,
I said it was in Ganon's tower! So who came closest to 20? Somebody said 20. I swear I saw 20. Mr. Stone! Mr. Stone, you said number 20. You get your name called out in chat, or in Discord, or not in Discord, in the stream, and you win a lifetime supply of SMZ3 seeds. All you have to do is go to samus.link to get those. You can play as many as you want for the rest of your life.
ice is nice, but temper is quicker. That is right. We haven't seen our fourth sword.
Yeah, we definitely want a sword. You think he's going to continue opening chests on the climb? I think he is.
I mean, he opened the chest after the big key. I would think that he does. And there's not much we haven't checked here as well, so... Could be in pod, could be on green pendant. Could be in tile room.
It could be. That would be pretty rude.
Now we are fixing to possibly see a Master Sword Silverless fight from Bressingham. So keep your eyes peeled.
Regardless, it's going to be silverless. He's not getting silvers.
Not necessarily. He'll probably look for silvers, but he's not going to find them. It does mean if there is a sword up here, he will find that.
Yes, and he may actually, if he has enough trouble with Ganon, he does get the hint from Ganon saying where it is, so he may go get them. Because I believe it's going to say, "Did you find my arrows in the castle, or Hyrule Castle?" And that's a pretty big clue.
It did dive her down, but that block decided it wanted to go for a swim as well for a second there.
Wow. Is it me going robotic, or is it just you, Zaru?
It could be just me.
That's 6 shots into Bottoon's head. 7, 8, 9. One more. Oh, nope, I lied. He got 10. Bressingham making his way to the cane rooms. So I call them cane rooms because you use the cane, you can clear them in one shot. And now we're coming up on the fire room to get this done with the fire rod. Meanwhile, Nidorific's moving in on not Bottoon, on Dragon here. Looks like Nito might be going for some Shine Spark strats.
Well, that's 2 down and no sword. Only 2 more chests left.
Nidorific missed the quick kill on Dragon. Could it be in Moldorm's final gift? Well, it's not there. And Dragon's getting electrified. I've never seen anybody volunteer to be you, Zaru. That's a first.
I'm not sure why I would want to.
Is it here? No. So it is going to be Master Sword Silver this Ganon for Bressingham. Get ready, folks. This is going to be long. While Ace Zero is in Ganon's tower. What?
And we see a bow pick up from Terrific, so he's not going to be long to follow.
That puts Nito in go mode.
And now Lennox enters Drake on fight, so he will soon pick up his bow.
Ace Zero still doesn't have that Various suit though. He's gotta know that it's not here. The agonometry patterns being terrible. Well, there's a nice double. And down goes Aghanim. So now Bressingham will be off to fight the big pig. Now, because it's Master Sword Silverless Ganon, it means that Bressingham's going somewhere. Where's he going? Gonna go pick up the fairy from this tree? Yes. So, with Master Sword Silverless Ganon, you can only use spin attacks to damage Ganon. And it takes 12 spins for Phase 1, 12 spins for Phase 2, 4 spins for Phase 3, and 24 spins for Phase 4. So, we're going to be here for a minute. He's playing it cautiously because it makes sense. You don't want to get too aggressive. The problem is Ace Zero doesn't have Super Metroid finished yet, so Bressingham is still far and ahead of everybody else. Ace Zero still has to go fight Ridley. Without Various Suit, that's very difficult. So we're on to Phase 2 of Ganon, and Bressingham is getting trounced by those fire bats.
Now, my question is, does he have a potion?
He's got a potion. I don't know what color it was. It looked like it might have been just a green.
Well, it's good for Cape and not for the heart containers.
He does have a blue potion. Okay, that's good. That's probably why he used his magic first. Oh, we're in Phase 3. Now, the problem is he's got to be perfect. He's got to get the torch glitch, and he's got to be perfect with his fire rod shots. He's only got 16 shots. You need a minimum of 8. If you get triples every single time, you need 8. So this could be tight.
Yeah, that's right. He never picked up the lamp.
He never went through the Bryn loops. Well, beyond the Bryn loop. Oh! Ganon
No.
decided to shove him off the side. That's unfortunate. That feels bad. He's gonna mirror and get the silvers? Or is he gonna flute and get some, Yeah, he's going to get him. Absolutely. Good choice. Excellent good choice. This is beautiful. Oh, he's going straight for him, too. This is perfect. And he's going to get him right away, which is even better. Nito showing us the spooky action glitch, getting through Misery Mire very quickly. Okay, I lied. They were in the second chest.
Yeah, they were the. I think that's the boomerang chest, actually.
I think the boomerang's the first chest? Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember.
Isn't the first chest the map?
You're probably right.
Do you know how long it's been since I played vanilla?
It's probably about as long as me.
Yeah, Nito has absolutely no harm or foul whatsoever on that Vitreous fight with Silvers.
What Vitreous fight? I didn't see a Vitreous fight.
Yeah, Silver's too bright. Too blind, huh? We already saw 4 blind fights.
Mm-hmm. Nito, what happened, buddy?
Yeah, right now we're not seeing much. Oh, that's a bad feeling for Ace to miss all 3 silver shots on Lambo 2.
I think Bressingham got lost trying to figure out how to get back to his portal. And down we go again for Big Pig number 2. Nito is gonna go fight Mother Brain? No. Where's he going? Did Nito have some kind of lock where he had to soft reset? Oh no. Nito's gonna go back through Misery Mire.
Oh, that's strange. I can't say I've ever seen something like that happen before. I know we saw him finish Vitreous, but that crystal is missing in his menu.
That's super unfortunate. When the game tried to teleport him out of Misery Mire, it locked up on him or whatever reason, and it just crashed. That sucks.
The positive thing about this is he can go back through Misery Mire and know exactly where that big key is. Well, I don't think it would be a power outage. His stream was still up and his timer was counting up, but oh boy. Either way, a second run through Mire for Nitorific.
Yeah, he knows where the small key or where the big key is, so he's just gonna go straight for it. You think he picks up the blue cane along the way, or just leaves it there?
I don't think he needs it. Meanwhile, we have a geometry lesson for A0.
Bressingham's on phase 3 of Ganon, so that's nice. He's already passed the hard part.
You know, Master Sword for phase 4 still isn't really a gimme.
True, but the silver arrows make it 20 less spins, so that's kind of a huge deal.
And Magatu giving Ace Zero all of the unfortunate blue balls, but we're good here. Done with the wizard, going to the pig.
Double shot into Ganon. And I don't mean a double shot of espresso.
And this should do it for Bressingham. 2 more.
There it goes.
There it is. Let's see a single G in chat for Bressingham done with Ganon.
So not only did it save him 20 spins, it saved him 22 spins.
That is some min-max right there. Of course, A0 now in his Ganon fight with a Tempered Sword will be a little bit more comfortable here.
And he has silvers already, so he's not going to be struggling anywhere near as much at the end. Bressingham, get your single G's in chat for him. He is off to fight Mother Brain. Lenolf is taking down Cold Stare. Nito, I don't know what he's. Oh, he didn't get his spooky action glitch this time, so he had to. He wasted all his magic in frustration. I mean, I'd be frustrated too, having to do Misery Mire twice because your game locked up. That sucks.
I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I am frustrated doing Misery Mire once.
That's true. Nobody likes Misery Mire. It's Misery Mire for a reason. And Ace Zero giving the pig a nice beatdown.
Bressingham going into Torian, as Ace Zero still has one little thing left to do in Super Metroid.
Yeah, is he gonna do a Varialist Hell Run to Ridley? Or is he gonna go back to Turtle Rock? Nope. So this should be interesting. So he's going to do basically an out-of-logic hell run all the way to Ridley and kill Ridley and come all the way back. It's not easy, it's not in logic, but he's going to go for it.
And he's got plenty of ammunition to do some crystal flashes. He's got, 10 E-tanks? 3 reserves?
That's good. He's loaded for sure.
So if you're coming in and joining us late, as we're almost 3 hours in here, we found Varia on Laser Bridge in Pendant Turtle Rock. We also found a Morph Ball in Turtle Rock on the right side.
Bressingham's going for the baby skip. And he gets it.
Well done.
And he does have a full beam combo, so that'll make the final phase of Mother Brain a lot faster. It's only 20 fully charged shots, which is nice and easy. And he's going to do probably use an ice clip or an ice freeze the ring thingy to do his Zebetite skip.
And of course, nicely done. And now that that's out of the way, there's just a glass tube keeping us from Mother Brain, the final loss of both games in this case.
You think she would have realized, like, the first time we killed her, that the glass tube doesn't work. Maybe you should use something strong.
Alright, Ace Zero making his way down into Wasteland. And there's actually a power bomb pack on... Not power bomb, an energy tank on Power Bombs of Shame, if I recall correctly.
I believe you're right, so that's going to be a nice refill.
It's going to feel like an easier RBO run. And can serve as ammo, too.
He's like, oh yeah, perfect.
It's got to feel really good if you're down here in Rando.
That gives you a full refill, and that gives he's got what, 11 energy tanks. Woo! And Lenolfus is making his way to Ganon's tower.
And Nito is also doing the same thing as we speak. We're going to have 2 more Ganon's Towers on the screen.
We are joined in chat by Aussie101, who is the first finisher of the race today. GG's to you, Aussie.
Now, I don't know why you would stop and farm here personally.
Who knows?
get a stand-up setup for Bressingham, so he's going to be standing and pumping these extra beam shots into Mother Brain. Now, Mother Brain 3 does have 36,000 HP, and each of these plasma beam shots is going to deal 900 damage to kind of, ease that up a little bit. Leno opting for Tile Room.
He's not a bad decision.
This is an interesting gamble to do Tile Room early.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just feel like the seed's being trolly, and you're like, you know what? I bet with how this seed's been going. Down goes Mother Brain for Bressingham. It only took him like 5 or 6 of the rainbow beams to kill her.
And that's it. He is an escape sequence away from being finished. And A0 taking care of Ridley, dispatching the Space Pelican. He has to get out of Lower Norfair and before he burns up.
He's got 2 crystal flashes remaining, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, all things considered, this is absolutely not as bad as it looks for him.
Especially considering he's got 3 reserves that are almost full as well, so that's huge. Bressingham is entering the escape shaft, and he's going to rocket upward to his Shine Spark. Oh, or not.
Ah, my shoulder. That's never a good feeling, but of course, it's acid. You can still get a spark, and up the tower he goes.
You can't do that if you beat Super Metroid first. I learned that yesterday. Because it's lava, not acid, so you don't take damage from it. In this case, it is acid, but if you do Super Metroid first, it's just lava. And GG's in chat for Bressingham, who comes in first place on the restream and second place overall with an official SRL time of 2:52.39. We will see if we can get him in for an interview. Maybe my co-commentator will actually ask some questions this time.
Oh, you know I'm not good at asking questions.
That's why I'm calling you out.
That's fine.
Step up to the plate. Yes. Rossi 101 was the first place finisher with an official SRL time of 2:38.35.
A0 separated by just a couple rooms before he's no longer burning up. And then that'll be very Lower Norfair out of the way.
He's going to probably exit via the business center, save and quit, and then reset. Or just reset because you get an automatic save crossing the barrier. So, we'll see.
That's right, he doesn't have speed booster, so he has to go through up here.
And we are joined by Bressingham. GG's Bressing.
Thank you.
So, I'd like to ask you about that location of Morph Ball and Variasuit.
Yeah.
How do you think that? How do you like that?
I loved it. It made me feel really good that I kept going. Turtle Rock. I'm assuming, or when that happened, I thought somebody's probably going to leave after Morph.
You were not wrong. Also, I'd also like to say that the Ganon fall, was that intentional or did you accidentally fall?
Oh, that was accidental. But then I got silvers because that tilted me, and it was right as Aussie finished, so like suddenly I was kind of stressed out and nervous, so I just decided to get silvers. Plus, I mean, it was either that or go get another blue potion, really, because 24 spins with 16 fire rod shots. I guess you just have to get doubles every time, but yeah, that was accidental.
Yeah, well, I mean, it paid off because you went straight for those silvers. You're like, there we go. I might as well. They're right here.
Yeah, that's the perfect location for him. I was happy to get him.
Now you missed. I don't know which sword you missed out on, but I think it might have been one in the Bryn Star Loop. Yeah, in Old Mother Brain. You missed one there, and we never found the fourth one, so it's probably on pod somewhere. Could be in the big chest of Tower of Hera that we never saw. I mean, we saw a lot of parts of this game.
Nice.
So, what did you feel? What did you feel behind at any point when you were doing this, or did you feel ahead after you found that various suit early?
No, the entire seat I felt ahead. I felt like I routed this really well, and looks like others are not too far behind. Everyone's in GT or Torian, so
Yeah, A0 just finished with a hell run to Ridley and back, so he's on me. Yeah, he dipped out after getting Morph Ball and never went back.
nice.
And getting that energy tank right at the power bombs of shame really helped him out with that because it gave him 11 instead of 10, and it gave him that full refill. So that's definitely a huge advantage.
Nice.
I'm serious, Semper. I got nothing. I'm being called out. I don't even know what to say other than GG.
GG.
I mean, to be honest, I was calling it from the very beginning with the when we found 2 medallions early. I said something's going to be in Turtle Rock, and it's going to be a pendant because we found the ice rod shortly after that.
Yep.
And lo and behold, it was. I don't know if I got lucky or if I'm getting better at reading seeds, but I think it was luck because I'm definitely not that good at this game.
Commentator's curse indeed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it was a blessing for chat because they got to see all sorts of cool shenanigans. There's a reason I don't race. I don't want to have this curse brought upon myself. I roll bad enough seeds as it is.
So Ace Zero should be joining us in a minute or two here as well as he's going through Mother Brain.
Yep, he got the Zeb skip, so now all he has to do is kill the brain. And this is like the easiest boss in the game, truthfully. This boss is like no challenge at all. Lenophis is making his way to Agonometry, and Nitorific is about 3 rooms behind. there any thoughts that you have to give, or any insight you have to give us, Breskingham? You played it, so any words of wisdom or anything that you'd care to share? Because I mean, I really don't know. I'm honestly I'm with Zaro at this point. I ran out of questions already because I have no idea what to say.
Words of wisdom. I don't know. I mean, my brain is kind of fried. You know, after that. I don't know.
Fair enough. Thought I'd ask. Was there a point in the game where you felt like you were gonna win over everybody, or was there?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was.
Up until Aussie won, I thought it was possible. And then when Aussie won, I still thought I could probably get second, just because I skipped so many things, which is very rare to be able to do in this game. And that's what's going to get you the most time, usually. Skipped like half of Brinstar, half of Meridia. Those are what gave me the most time.
Yeah, the fact that your go mode item was Quake, which was in the Etacoons, you picked it up and you were out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to go straight to Mother Brain right then and there.
Yeah, I waited in case I found ice, and also I didn't have very much energy. So doing Powerbomb Metroids, I wouldn't have been able to do Baby Skip either.
That's fair.
And I luckily did find ice, which is awesome. Right next to the big key.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the funny, because I also called that, so you're welcome.
Nice.
I said ice is probably in Ganon's tower, because
Yeah.
we saw the right sandpit had wave and plasma, so I just took a gamble and said it's probably all the way up in Ganon's tower, because that's the way the game likes to work. Oh, Leno almost fell. That was close. Ace Zero took 4 rainbow beams to the brain of Mother Brain to kill her, to finish her off, and now he is going to be escaping the exploding planet of Zebes.
Some G's in chat for Lenofus done with Ganon, and thus Link to the Past. And now Ace Zero in the escape sequence.
And get single G's in chat for Nitorific, who's also taking down the Big Pig. It's going to be a race down to the finish. Lenofus and Nito are going to be close. Mere rooms apart from each other. Yeah, the seed was definitely almost free. It gave you so many items. Like Stackarrico. I mean, can we talk about Kakariko for a minute? Kakariko had so many items in it.
Yeah. There was a lot of free items early, and then it turned into what could have been like a nightmare. You're 1 or 2 items from go, and then you get Morph, and you have an entire game to search for 1 or 2 items.
And they were in fairly generous places. I mean...
Yeah.
The bow was in a place where you have to go anyway. It wasn't like Plasma. And the Quake Medallion, it's a little bit off the beaten path, but not too far.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad of a seed overall. Except for Norfair having nothing but shovel and powder. It was bad.
Well, that powder was kind of required. I mean, if you need speed booster. And GG's in chat for Ace Zero, who comes in 2nd place on the restream and 3rd place overall with an official SRL time of 3:04:20. And at this time, I'd also like to report that N. Diaz has forfeited from the race. And now we have a race between Leno and Nito. Nito and Nito, who are going to be going through the same rooms at the same time. And Ace Zero is joining us in the call. GG.
Thanks, GG. That was a fun seat.
Would you
GG's
like
Ace.
to know where Varia is?
I kind of would, actually.
It's on Laser Bridge.
You know, I am not surprised. I figured it's probably in Turtle Rock, but I didn't want to make the third trip. So, I mean, it was not really a very bad Lower Norfair since I got really bailed out with the high jump boots. That was what was making me really question whether or not I was going to be comfortable doing that or not. So I was trying to grab every E-tank, every reserve I could, and then I got high jump boots. I was like, okay, I can do this for sure now.
And then you got that nice energy tank at Power Bomb's a shame.
It was going to be weird because I wasn't sure when to Crystal Flash. Like it was such an odd amount of energy that I had. Like I wasn't like immediately in danger, but I didn't know if I could make it. I didn't think I could make it all the way to like the pre-Ridley room, but like I didn't want to do it in the Metal Pirate room necessarily. I don't know. It was very convenient, yes.
And then your suitless run to Ridley was flawless. It was amazing, very well done, very well executed.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I've been actually running RBO lately, and like. This is only my second time ever doing it in a randomizer, and it's obviously a lot different when you have different amounts of health and like you don't have the guaranteed refills. But there's a couple times I was like, oh wait, I have way more energy than I'm supposed to have here, like. And same with my supers. Like going into Ridley, I like almost went back and farmed up to like max out my supers before the fight. But it was like, wait a minute, I have 50. That's plenty.
Yeah, you've had plenty.
Yeah,
I saw the
fight
hesitation
really well.
too, because you started to jump the other way. I was like, where's he going? So he got plenty of ammo. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, the fight went really well too. Like even for me, that was a good fight. I didn't miss a single super. Didn't get any contact damage. Which is
All
always
that
nice.
practice paying
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, for sure. It was a fun seed.
Yeah, there was a lot of items early on for sure.
Yeah.
That hype cave was the first hype cave I've seen that was actually hype in a long time.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. Because I was debating whether or not to go into Thieves Town, and then getting the was it flippers and mirror? There was a sword and a mirror
and a sword.
and the flippers. Yeah, okay. And it was like, well, there's my hammer. Now I don't have to worry about doing blind with just the Cane of Samaria. I don't have to worry about possibly leaving that item behind. Like this is great. I'm so glad I didn't do Thieves Town my first trip. But can I ask where the speed booster was that I see the other restream runners all have?
I was on the
Yeah.
magic bat.
Oh, okay.
I
That
don't
makes
remember where high jump boots were though.
High jump
That was
boots were in
Hookshot.
Hookshot Cave, right?
Yeah,
Right, that's right. They were.
yeah.
Bressingham got the morph bombs. Where were those?
Plasma.
Oh, yeah, I was not doing that.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a spot for those.
Yeah, that's great. Great place for those to be.
But missed the screw attack at Cathedral, apparently.
I saw it and didn't get it because I'd already done Lower Norfair.
Oh, okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
he saw it and he turned away from it. I was like, "What's he doing? It's screw attack." Then it's like, wait a minute. At this point, all he's gonna do is just turn it off.
Yeah. So, did you leave Turtle Rock when you got that morph, Bressingham, or did you kept going? Okay,
I kept going, got Varia.
that makes sense. I
It's
didn't
really
know if
good.
like you came back later to clean it up, or if you left right away and then, or you stuck it out. So, that
Apparently
makes
that's
sense.
what Aussie did, I think. Came back later.
Yeah, I mean, I could
But-
see either way, since there's obviously still a bunch of items, but like morph unlocked so much at the same time. It was a hard call.
Yeah, the worst thing though was I knew somebody was going to skip Varia, but then Norfair had literally nothing at all except for shovel and powder.
Yeah,
And I broke Magic Bat before doing Norfair anyway, so powder really didn't matter at that point because it let the speed, but it didn't matter. But Norfair was nothing, so it's good for your Hell Run that there was nothing in there.
yeah, for sure. Except for Upper Norfair, like the high jump having like everything.
Oh,
Glove,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the hook shot and the book, which didn't really matter, but was still
Yeah,
felt like it was stacked.
yeah, the hookshot was definitely stacked.
Yeah, the hook shot was a little bit mean, I thought, because like I had just done the front of Swamp without Hookshot. I was trying to debate whether I should do that or go into Turtle Rock. So I did the front of Swamp without Hookshot. Got, I think, nothing at all. And then went to TR, got my morph, then went and immediately, first item I checked in SM was the Hookshot.
Yeah,
Like, dang it.
that's funny.
Yeah, there was nothing of value in Swamp Palace besides the crystal.
Yeah, I think there was like a heart or an E-tank or something in the back that was like kind of helpful. It was, a nice convenience, but the front was just garbage, like rupees. And I know we had the big key map and compass all in the front.
And a heart piece on left side swamp, along with the big key.
I think the big key was vanilla, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the left side ones. I had to go back to check the big chest, and then got the map from the big chest and was super mad. Like, well, I wasted a lot of time. But, yeah, overall, I think I played it pretty well. I had a lot of trouble with like wall jumps for whatever reason. I had like a couple of rooms that I just really struggled with my wall jumps. Luckily, that didn't really translate to other parts of my play. Just really that and like Fantoon were my bad spots in SM, but I feel like I played it pretty well. The death in Cold Stare was very unfortunate. But luckily there were no items on Cold Stare, so I could come back later.
And I'm sorry, but let's get ready to get our GGs in chat for Leno, who's about to hit the ship, while Nito is also just a couple rooms behind him on the escape. Get your GGs in chat for Leno Fist, who finishes in 3rd place on the restream and 4th place overall with an official SRL time of 3:11:47. And we are joined by Leno Fist in chat. GG, Leno.
But wait, there's more, because here comes Nitorific.
Yep.
And he will finish last on our restream out of these 4 players, but 5th overall with a 3:12:29. So get some GGs out there for him as well.
Also, to briefly answer a question in chat, there are 10 runners overall, 5 of which have finished, one of which who has forfeited. So there are 4 remaining. And GGs to you, Leno. I hear you typing, but you're not talking.
GG. Yep.
And GG's to you, Nito.
GG.
So, let's talk. How about
Pressing
Turtle
him!
Rock?
What?
You were the one who rolled this garbage.
Oh, I forgot.
I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was garbage.
I liked it too.
This was another dumpster fire of a logic chain for a seed.
And if you had stayed in complete logic the whole time, you would have literally had to go, do all the stuff to get to Turtle Rock, to get your Morph Ball, to go to Blue Bryn, to get your lamp, to go back to Turtle Rock to get your Various Suit. It's obnoxious.
Yeah, no,
And that's not considering the fact that you didn't have any safeties for Laser Bridge. No Mirror Shield, no Burna, and Cape was in GT.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
You can't. So I'm guessing the game also either wanted you to pick up all 3 shields, which were scattered about, or
Actually, I think
or go to
it was
Meyer.
actually the Burna. I think it was Meyer to get Burna for Laser Bridge.
That's what I think it
was.
would have been too, because you had Flute, you had Mitz, you had Kane.
I think
Good
I only
boots.
saw 1 shield this whole run. Where were the other 2?
Oh, I saw all 3. I skipped them. There was one at Mama Turtle. There was one at
Graveyard Ledge.
That's the one we were
Graveyard
missing.
Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge.
They were all visible. I
the only
was
one
able
I
to
saw.
see all of them, and I didn't pick up 2 of the 3.
Is there one in early supers as well?
Yeah, it was on the Brinstar Reserve was the 3rd one.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I just picked up the
Okay,
Mama
maybe-
Turtle one.
Did you guys
Oh.
find the lamp?
Yes,
did.
it was at First Missile in Brinstar.
Okay, nice.
Well, Bressingham's go mode item was Quake. So when he got Quake out of Edecoons, he was like, nope, I'm out. Later.
Interesting.
Didn't. He basically did like half a Bryn skip.
I guess I technically would have said the high jump was my go mode, but technically it was. I don't know, actually. I think about it.
Your bow,
What it
maybe?
even was. The bow, yeah, it was the bow, officially.
Yep,
I
bow is
didn't-
my go mode
what-
item.
When I saw that you were going into Ganon's tower without Varia, so I was like, he's not going to get Varia. He's done. He's not gonna get it. He's just gonna finish the game without it.
Yeah, if I didn't find high jump boots, I was definitely like going to at least consider, depending on my E tanks, consider like dipping into pod or something, just to see if I could find E tanks or high jump or Varia. But with high jump boots, it was like I'm good. I'm safe now. I can actually move properly.
Well, if I had to guess, high jump boots were in Meridia, in front end somewhere.
No,
Nope.
they were in
Hookshot
Hookshot Cave.
Oh, right. That place I didn't go back to after I found my hook shot in, where was it? Oh, yeah, high jump boots.
Yep.
They swapped. They put them in. They just reversed the game. They're like, nope.
Yeah,
I picked up every super
personally-
pack and every PB pack.
I personally feel like I did not deserve as high a place as I did because I died all over the place. I think I died a blind. I think I'm still dying a blind here in the credits.
My emulator crashed. I lost 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was actually meaning to ask you about that. What happened there?
I was spamming mirror on my way out of Mire. It's my own stupid fault. If you do that too early, you just lock up. The seed just crashes.
That's unfortunate.
And it had to be Meyer of all places too, didn't it?
Yeah, so I had to redo Mire, which was a cool 5 minutes. It happened.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, it usually happens in Hera because people will pick up like the big key and spam mirror immediately. If you press like mirror on the same frame you pick up the big key, you'll crash the seed. So don't spam your mirror when you're picking up stuff or you're exiting a dungeon.
I did not know that. That might be something worth looking into fixing.
It's really, really, really hard to do. It's kind of like despawning top of GT. You almost have to do it on purpose.
And you just happen to do it by accident.
Yep.
That's really unfortunate. Because I saw when you exited Mire that your screen went black. I figured it was just lag on your end or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I could still hear the sound though. And I was like, what's going on here? And then I see you reset, and I was like, well, that's cool. Did he save and quit? And then I see you go back in. You go to your pause menu. You're missing 2 crystals. I was like, oof, nope, that's not good.
Yeah. Oh well.
So, what was your favorite part of the seed, guys? One at a time, if you care, or just talk it all together. I don't care anymore.
Well, finding Hammer on the island, first of all, that was like, okay, early indication. We know exactly what we need to get that. We know that's Aga might be our Dark World access, might not be. That just kind of depends on item layout. And then, where was the health at the beginning of the seed?
It wasn't there.
Yeah.
What
It was in the later ends of the seed. There was so many heart containers in Brinstar and like other places that you guys just didn't have because you didn't have Morph Ball to get them.
3.
I
I
believe
think had 3 full heart containers. Or yeah, if you include the criteria outside of it as well. And there's an E-tank out there too. Sky missiles.
I believe there was a point during the seed where I said we were basically in Super Metroid Go mode, and then someone transitioned over. I'm like, hey, never mind. There's only 2 E-tanks. And then later on, I'm like, okay, when did we get to 12 hearts? That apparently happened.
Yeah, wreck ship happened. It was a get wrecked ship because there was no progression, but dang, there was a lot of health there.
Yeah. And a lot of rupees. I think both super spots there were 300 rupees, if I remember right.
Yeah,
which was really
I remember that. I skipped both of them because I already had like 900.
Yeah, same. But I think my favorite part was the mitts. especially just because the way it worked out for me, that it was like, all right, I'll check. I jump really quick. It'll be my first SM check. And I was like, hey, Dark World, I can just keep playing Link to the Past. All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
With boot stuff, and I felt good about that.
And
Did you
have Space Jump at that point, Ace? When you
I did. I thought about going up to like saving and then going up to Alpha Peeps, but I didn't think it was worth it with how much that opened. If I didn't get anything there, I was going to do that and then reset back to the ship to check like probably Morph Pedestal and Ceiling E-Tank. But it worked out.
Okay. Yeah, I decided to make that gamble. I got my Titansmiths, did full loop, did Alpha Tower, did Blue Bryn, found absolutely nothing other than the Titansmiths. Like, well, okay, that was a good 4-minute time loss. Let's just go back to the Dark World.
I'm not gonna lie, it's partially my fault because I commentators cursed the crap out of Turtle Rock. 'Cause when we got Kane and Pearl and 2 medallions and mitts and gloves, I was like, and then Ice Rod, I was like, there's something in Turtle Rock, and it's gonna be a pendant. And lo and behold, it was a pendant, and lo and behold, there was things in there that were important.
I knew in the back of my mind when I saw that Ice Rod early, I think that was in back end of the Escape, and then we got the Titansmiths, and Moon Pearl was in CAC. I'm like, okay, Turtle Rock, you're in the back of my mind. We'll get up there eventually at some point. And then, obviously, I did the routing error where I should have gotten and done Hammer Pegs first before going up to Turtle Rock, because then that turned into a double dip of Turtle Rock to get the Morph Ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a routing error.
I did the same.
Since version 11, this is the first time since I can remember that Smith Chain had anything at all.
Yeah.
I skip Smith Chain by default now because it never has anything for me.
Well, today it did.
Yeah. Sometimes Shackle has something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that for a fact because yesterday my Shack Tool had my boots, which locked my partner's hook shot.
So
yesterday my Shack Tool locked my partner's mirror, which locked my Cane of Samaria in his Swamp Palace.
Ew.
So after I found the very own Laser Bridge, I did what I call wishful thinking routing. I cleared all of Norfair, so I go Norfair, hoping everything else would be behind, Meridia suit, and that people would be trying to hell run with like 3 E-tanks or something. But nope, all of Norfair. Well, Norfair had powder behind Croc, which led to speed booster, so that was my second wishful thinking. Like, well, maybe there's something hard speed locked, but nothing was hard speed locked. So yeah.
There was actually another point, because with the flute coming up kind of early, we had access to Mire Shed basically almost like within the first half an hour. I never went there. That's where Gravity Suit was. I'm like, oh no, I could have had this such a long time ago. Meridia probably has something. And that was really lucky on my part, where it was just Bo at Space Jump. That was really fortunate on my part.
Yeah, I did Mire Shed immediately. That was like my first Dark World check. And then I tried to go to Screw Attack without Morph Ball, and that did not actually work. I felt really dumb. But at least it was a very minor time loss.
I remember. I wanted to ask you about that, and I forgot about it till just now. Yeah, you got in there. You were like, "Why can't I drop a power bomb?" Oh wait, I don't have Morph Ball. I gotta leave.
I had so many power bombs. I was thinking, like, I have so many. This is weird. My ammo was crazy at that point. Like, we had tons of ammo, like the whole seed, really. Like,
yep. Like when I got back to SM just to make that first check, I think I was already at like 35, 40, and 25 for ammo. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're already in ammo go mode. We haven't even touched SM yet.
I went to my shed immediately because I always scout the medallion I'll need as soon as I can. And it was Quake, which meant we could not do Mire. There was nothing Firelock, so you could have just completed it blind. Just went straight to Vidi.
Mm-hmm.
Right, gentlemen, we have to start to wrap things up. Are there any final thoughts from you guys before we close this up for the night?
Pressing ham. No, I'm kidding. No, this
GG's everyone.
was,
I think we learned that I should always roll these. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just for that, when I'm at work tomorrow, I'm gonna hop on IRC and I'm gonna roll the garbage for tomorrow, and you will know pain and suffering.
Well, tomorrow is actually a 2v2 normal multi-world, if that strikes anyone's interest.
Yeah, I mean, I'd totally love to do that, but I don't have a partner. Zaru.